your game and light the glow. Feasting on life with a funky flow, faith and vibes. We're keeping it real, exploring the highs that people that steal. Riding high with low. God with us more than you know. Food, faith, games, it's all in the show. Come on and vibe with riding high with low. From sunsets bright to starry skies, life's a journey, let's see where it lies. Tasting the world with faith in our eyes, sparking connection at a super high. Riding high with low. Smoking dreams and letting them grow. Food, faith, games, it's all in the show. Come on and vibe with riding high with low. So hit that cloud, let's take the ride. Together with low, we'll touch the sky. Laugh, reflect, and let it all flow. You're home now, it's riding high with low.
What up, my boy?
Huh?
What up, my boy?
Destroyed that dessert, man. I mean, let me tell you something. I don't know what they call that stuff, but that little, like, caramel, man. You gotta stop playing. I mean, if they give me one right now, tear it up live.
Hello. Welcome in, everyone, to another amazing stream with Riding High with Low. We are doing a appreciation stream today for one of my biggest supporters, EAE, and we will get into that shortly, but I do have someone in the back. Of course, you guys already know who it is. So salute to him. Salute to Universal Jones. Let's bring him up. Universal, how are you doing today, sir?
I am doing well. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing great. I've had a decently long day. I'm not going to lie. I've spent like the last 2 days with my family, and for those who know, my family's pretty crazy, and so I've just been dealing with them, but it's actually been nice to just sit and hang out so I don't like feel the pressure, I guess, of or like guilt of not hanging out with them. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me.
You're doing your due diligence for your family. That's cool. Cool. But yeah, this is an appreciation to EAE.
Yes.
I would consider him an internet friend of mine. A teammate in some aspects, and a true gooner at heart. And
Absolutely.
all those things are true. And I think that EAE doesn't get enough credit. A lot of things would not have taken place if EAE was not doing the things that he does. He does a lot in the background. He's a master marketer, and he connects a lot of people. He's a connector and a marketer. And he's done a lot for this channel. He's done a lot for a lot of people's channel. And honestly, I think people don't know this, but there probably would not be a Rubelo if there wasn't for EAE.
No, that's really true, because EAE did connect me and Ruby, which that led into me meeting Ava. Of course, if it wasn't for John Galt, but EAE has been there since absolutely day one, literally since I can remember, even before I started my own channel, even on, CTs, because that was the first panel that I had ever hopped up on. He was there. And I feel like I don't show him enough attention, and that's why I wanted to give him this stream or dedicate this stream to him, because like Universal said, he really does do a lot in the background that not a lot of people see, and he deserves his props and his claps, and I just would want to give it to him today. So EAE, thank you so much for being the person that you are, always showing support, not only to me, but throughout the whole community. You might be a gooner, you might be gooning, but I know that it's actual real love behind it. We do speak outside of YouTube, and I know how good of a person you are. So it just makes me happy that, I can have you in my life, that you can be a friend of mine. And, hopefully this gives you a little bit of joy in your life, a little bit of knowledge that Lo actually does care just a little bit, to give you a dedication stream. But yes, we do love our Gooners. We love our Gooners so very much. And EAE is like my absolute favorite one. So all props go to him. But yes, guys, the whole stream, of course, isn't going to be about EAE, but make sure, throughout the stream, we're giving our props to EAE, W's in the chat for him, of course. And if he would like to drop his own, Cash App, whatever, support to him, donate to him, because he does a lot of fucking donating for a lot of people, okay? And he deserves some shit too. But yeah, we absolutely love him. And EAE, I know you're somewhere in the chat. I seen one of your comments. He said, what the fuck? I hate attention. But sir, this day is for you. This day is all about you. And I don't know when the last time that has been, but there are people out here that love you and think about you, sir. Okay. But yeah, anything else to say before we move on with what we're going to be going through tonight?
No, salute to Moxie in the chat. Salute to Grimace. Salute to Tina. Salute to Shorty. And Tony Macaroni.
Yes, absolutely. Salute to Tina, WEAE. Salute to Grimace, Shorty, Moxie. Who else is in the chat? CT, Chaotic Truth. Love to see you here, sir. I thought you were on your own stream, so I don't know what's going on. But question mark back to you. Literally confused. Hafez, shout out to you also. And Gamer the Damned. Those are the people in the chat real quick that I see.
Gamer. Salute to Gamer.
Yeah, salute to Gamer for sure. But I don't know. I kind of just wanted to get into talking about like some of the things that I've kind of seen online the last few days.
He's starting shit. Just stop it. Don't put that up. Just keep talking. What were you saying?
I was about to put that up too.
I know you. Let me
just do it because like we love to shout out everyone. We're not haters. You know what I mean?
This is gonna start trouble. You know this is gonna start trouble. I don't even know why you did this. It's your stream. Do what you want.
I'm just thinking of it. It's like it's the EAE Appreciation stream. If he wants to start trouble, then I feel like this is like the one stream that we can let it slide on.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm not your groomer anymore, so I don't control you. You do what you want.
What did he said earlier? He said hashtag groomer for life or something. Yeah, blessings to you also, Moxie. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is the craziest thing.
And shout out to you also. She says, howdy, guys. Cute smile, miss girl. Aw, thank you so much. I miss you. I hope everything is well with you. But, okay, what was I saying now? Oh, yeah, I just wanted to go over some things that I kind of have been seeing online, getting your guys' opinions and just certain aspects, I guess you could say category for today's discussion topic is relationships. And even though you guys know me, I don't really like to talk too much on them, but at the same time, I've been seeing a lot of shit, with celebrities and real life relationships, kind of all over. And I'm just like, the world's kind of really getting crazy. Relationships are getting less serious. People don't really give a fuck about each other. They're treating each other, certain type of ways. And it like just confuses me and like kind of blows me out of my mind and like kind of tries to make me reevaluate my situation in my life and make sure that I'm aware of the things that I wouldn't want from, either people or the things that I see from other relationships and whatever. I know it sounds like a lot, but we're going to get into it, guys. Okay. So one of the first things that I have seen this week, and I know this is probably irrelevant for most people and it's irrelevant usually for me too, but the Blueface and Krishan drama with a whole bunch of other baby moms, included into this now has been popping up. I mean, literally across all of my feeds, Facebook, fucking, I don't even get on TikTok or Instagram anymore, but if I happen to open it, it's there on YouTube, on literally anything and everything. And I am just like I said, very mind blown by the fact that not only does he have 2 babies on the way, one by his previous baby mom of 2 kids, and then one of a new one, and he continues to get, girl after girl, and these women are, letting him dog walk them and say all these different type of things and clown them on streams and, just basically show them that he does not give a fuck about them. He doesn't want them a part of his life, but at the same time, he wants them because he either wants the puss or he wants what they have or whatever it may be. And, I kind of ask myself, like, oh, would I ever be in a relationship like that? The answer is absolutely not. I just couldn't handle it. I can't handle someone who would troll me all day, you know, basically spit in my face, tell me fuck you, whatever. But I would want to know, like, your guys' opinions on how you kind of feel about those type of situations. Like, do you think women in relationships nowadays, especially with like big time artists or people with a little bit of money, are they stupid? Do they let shit slide? Like, what are your guys' opinions on it? And Universal, obviously, since you're on the panel, would you like to answer first?
I usually don't like to. Hopefully, I don't have too much background on the dishwashers on. I usually don't like to talk about too many celebrity relationships because I think that they are anomalies to a certain extent. But since that's the topic, I think that a lot of those women who are interested in Blueface come to him because they're going to get pretty much two main things. They're going to get some sort of resources, and they're definitely going to get some clout. Because believe it or not, he's pretty clouded. Like things he does get. Yeah. So if you're a female and you're like, okay, I'm messing around with him, at least I'm gonna get access to something. I can monkey branch off him. I'm gonna be able to get access to something. And most chicks right now, they'll just do it for the clout.
So you think that they're just mostly using him for what he has?
Well, isn't everybody doing that to a certain extent? We're gonna be honest. I mean, you're kind of using each other, but no.
Yeah.
I mean, they are going to be opportunists. Opportunists are young women, so they're going to. Yeah. Yes.
Well, I definitely agree with that. I can't lie. I feel like there is a certain extent to where everyone uses each other. Just give me 1 second.
Go ahead. You can tell she has not been streaming in a while. She's just skipping people's comments. You know, yeah, the song is back. Hello, Ruby. Bean is in the house. Yeah, she did say that. I'll get her to say more about that. That's one of her terms. Who else do we got? Burgess in here. Yeah. Everybody saying what's up. Is she living in her car? I don't know. Maybe. She keeps streaming from there. Maybe she's trying to be a IRL like car streamer or something. I don't know what this woman's doing. Does Lo know that she has access? She has a cross near her left eye. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think she would even stage that, even though it's right there in the camera. I don't think she would stage it. All right, represent Blueface and Christian Rye. I think we should change the topic to science fiction anime respectfully, since today's my birthday. All right, I'll bring this one back for her. Hopefully she heard it. Let's see. I'm being groovy. Yeah, this is a question for me. It was amazing. We had a really good time. It was a fun time in Vegas. I was there for 3 days, not even a half. It was a good time.
And I didn't. I heard what you were saying because I was sitting right here. My sister had came to the car, so I was talking to her for a second. But I didn't go leave to go poop, guys. Okay, I don't poop. I'm a girl. Are you kidding me? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
but what comments did I miss?
A lot. Yeah, he wants you to at least get into some of the things that represent him today since it's his birthday.
Okay, he thinks that we should get into science fiction / anime / Star Trek respectfully since it's his birthday today. And EAE, I did not know it's your birthday. If it's actually your birthday, happy birthday to you. Salute to you. I mean, it's kind of not even a coincidence that, you know, I did an appreciation stream for that. But, you know,
it's gematria. That's what it is.
Yeah, something like that. Froggy says, I've been laughing too much in the background and I forgot I even have a channel at times. Should I be feeling that too? I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I'll really just get on YouTube, go to my page and be like, damn, I really got 1K followers. Like, what the fuck? And Grimace says, well, I'm in the car. I'm in the car because I like to be honest with you guys because I got my smoke detector going off in my house and I hate hearing or seeing comments every 2 seconds of like, did you hear that beep? Did you hear that beep? And I'm like, and also I smoke, you know, I can't smoke in the house. So it's just easier for me to be in the car. It's fucking freezing outside. Obviously, regardless where you are, unless you're in fucking Florida, it's freezing. Okay. And anybody will say that. Like, what is the degree actually where you're at, Universal?
It's 13 degrees right now.
13 fucking degrees. I'll tell you what degree it is right now where I am. It is 28 degrees. 28 degrees? Sir.
I wish it was 20 degrees. 20 degrees is lovely from where I'm from.
I'm sorry. Go back to that comment.
Have you been keeping up with the Grace Thorpe Jeremy drama?
No, I have not. And I actually, it's not that I obviously, you guys know me, I didn't want to cover it, but I did kind of like want to understand what's been going on with that because I do interact with Jeremy every once in a while. You know, I don't interact with Grace too much, but I tuned into Ruby's Celebrity Sunday kind of late yesterday. So I didn't get all of the details of the whole story, but I know that obviously some fucked up shit is like happening where he's sleeping outside or in a car, hypothermia. I don't know. So I kind of would love for the chat or somebody to come up once I drop the link to explain what's going on to me so we can kind of give our point of view on it. But for now, no, I don't really know what's going on with him. EAE, I just resubbed a Lowe's channel yesterday. Well, thank you, EAE. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. I think Ruby would be the perfect person to explain it, though, because she always knows the lore on everything.
They're looking for a Muruvalo.
Muruvalo! Like more Ruvalo, Muruvalo. Hey, guys, I'm always down. I honestly loved, obviously, Ruby. I loved Ava when I met her. I love Moon over screen. Yeah, I haven't met her yet, but I guarantee that we would get along perfectly fine in person. So it's really just a, you know, a thing of planning and timing, us getting together, talking about it. And I would have no problem with it. But, you know, how does the other girls feel about it? I'm sure Ruby would like to. I haven't talked to Ava in a little bit, so I don't know how she would feel about it. King Pig says, I thought you were going to stop smoking low. And you did get me on that one, sir. You did get me on that one. But it hasn't gotten to that time yet. I know there's nothing really I'm waiting for to stop. It's just, you know.
Oh my God. We're getting into something. I just seen something that maybe I'll tell you in a second. This is going to be the next comment. Go ahead. This one.
Bean says, Low, stop trying to cook and smoke alarm will stop going off. Well, if I actually did cook, then maybe the smoke alarm would go off, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't.
Cooking your chicken nuggets? What are you talking about? This was the one I was laughing at. Like, wait, what?
Wait, Jeremy's in the hospital now?
What happened?
What the fuck? No, I actually need Ruby to come up and tell me the whole fucking story because what the fuck? So, okay. So Jeremy's in the hospital. Jeremy told Grace he's in love with her. Okay. He slept in a car with an open window. They called the cops. He requested to go in the ambulance. He's in the hospital, last I heard. They're now trying to figure out how to get his car out of their driveway. Yo, that's actually so fucked up because imagine, okay, wait, I don't know the whole story yet, but like for the pieces that I just read, imagine going to, you know, this girl's house that you supposedly is in love with, you know, meeting up with her IRL. You're doing things for her content, for her show. And I don't know how he ended up having to sleep outside in his car with a window crack, but that's the case. You know, you end up having to sleep in your car. You know, the girl doesn't invite you in, doesn't give you know, a nice blanket, maybe a nice little, like, a nice little blankie, a heated sock or nothing, you know, to keep you warm, and you get hypothermia and you're in the hospital. Like, what the fuck actually am I reading right now? Wait a second. Ruby, yes, absolutely. Once it is nicer, once it gets around like April, May, we can definitely start texting to see what there is. Since it's my birthday, Ruby is only allowed on panel if she sings the Sailor Moon theme song and dance to it. I know Ruby would do that. Are you kidding me? Let me see.
R.I.P. to Jeremy.
No, R.I.P. to Jeremy. Like, is he actually okay? Burgess says he camped in his car in front of their house through the storm. Jeremy's willing to die about her.
Bean's comment right here is crazy.
Jeremy would buy ice in Minnesota. Hey, yo, no. The fact that, like, he really has gone to these lengths to be with this girl, and obviously, Grace, you know me, I don't talk about you. I don't have any opinions on your life, but, like, if you see this man is going this far from you, don't you think even, like, a courteous, hey, you can sleep on my floor next to the heater would be, like, equivalent? Like a
black lab lay on the floor.
Like, Hey, that's better than fucking freezing to death in your car during a storm.
Bro,
What?
I'm in tears. Oh, what is going on?
Shorty
I thought he
says,
was with John Gold.
due to us men. And listen, Jeremy chose that on his own volition. He wanted to go drive to fucking see this woman and obeyed the rules of her wanting to have him sleep out in his car in the middle of a storm. So I mean, is it the woman's fault or is it the man's fault? Hold on one second.
Oh shit. This is too funny. Man. I didn't know Jeremy was out here like that, man. Damn. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I hope he gets better soon and goes on to his next destination. I don't know if that's back with John Galt or Seattle. I think he lived in Seattle. He lived on the West Coast. I don't know. But man, it sounds like he's having a rough week and a half with the Thorpes, man. Jeez. Man. Why do you I'll just pose a question to the audience. Why do you all think that Jeremy is doing this? What is it about Grace Thorpe that has him so hooked? What do you guys think? Jeez, I didn't know it was that bad. All right, well, I'll make sure she gets this when she comes back. All right, Ruby says he needs to go be with his family or in treatment center. Oh, is he struggling with some sort of chemical? Probably alcohol or something. True love. I mean, hey, it sounds like it. He's willing to go through some pretty tough times. She must have the clapper. Hey, maybe or something else. I went straight from ER to rehab for free when I lived in Rhode Island. Yeah, I mean they would have to. He doesn't have any. I mean he'll have documentation, but he's obviously not a part of. He's not a member of that state. Remember the time a little answered the phone and was like, "What's up, motherfucker?" They played it off. It was my nana. I don't remember that, but that sounds like some goofy shit she would do. Okay, she has to eat a booger. All right, I will come back to that, I guess. Yeah, he's struggling with alcohol. Okay, he's struggling. Oh man, he saw her. Oh, has Grace been on the internet before she was adult? I don't know. Wow, because yeah, she's like 24, maybe. That is kind of weird. That's weird. That's like when you watch the show when you get to a certain age and the people grow up and you're older than them. Yeah, that's weird. Damn.
All right. Sorry. Who was the person? EAE with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. He says, since it's my B days, you have to pick your nose on cam. Okay, you ready? I picked my nose.
There you go.
Thank you so much, EAE, for the super chat. I appreciate you, and I hope you have the most amazing birthday.
Thank you. Come again.
Shout out to you. Make sure you guys are also hitting the like, subscribing if you're new, hitting the donos if you feel obligated to. But I know you're reading some of the comments. Where did I stop off at?
You're way up there. We start talking about Jeremy a little bit. Just
real quick, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't see that. Garian sent a $5 super chat. Shout out to you, Garian. Thank you so much. He says, what would keep Jeremy alive longer? Jeremy fighting John's tenants or Jeremy thinking about Grace? I think
right now it's John Galt's.
So you say John Galt's tenants?
Wait, what is your answer? Ladies first.
My answer is like, what would keep him alive longer is thinking about Grace. If he was to say like in an act or doing something for Grace or going to an extent for Grace, I would choose John. But the fact that he's just thinking about her, I think he would live just a little bit longer.
No, you're racist. She's almost she just put this man in a hospital. That's close to death. I'm gonna go with John's tenants for sure.
Why do you think that though?
Because he's currently in the hospital. He's already close to dying dealing with this woman. There's no more there.
Okay,
How
wait,
many?
no, because I need like the full story to really fully give my
I
opinion
don't.
on it.
I've heard enough. This man was sleeping outside his car. I'm sorry.
He spiraled fast and hard over Grayson's New York.
Oh god. He gets stuck, or no, he doesn't get stuck. He gets arrested, then sent to the hospital. Leaves his car to try to get rid of his car. That will send any man over there.
No, listen, because that's really after I was reading all those comments, and then they said like, "Oh, his car is still parked, and they're trying to get rid of it." That's absolutely crazy. Like, it's not that you're like you didn't put Jeremy in the hospital, but you like are an accomplice. You are half the reason that he's in the hospital. So like you can like let him keep his car in the driveway till he gets out of the hospital. Now he's gonna what? Have to get the bitch towed and have to pay $350 to get the bitch out after he just got out of the hospital, probably spending 15 bands. Like what?
No, the 15 bands is a lot. You're wilding, but we don't know what he's in there for. One, two. Why can't they just wait till he gets out to move his car? He's obviously
That's
gonna come back.
They would rather send that shit to the impound instead of letting it sit in the
evil.
driveway.
That is evil. They can't. He's not in the hospital where he's gonna be in like a coma or something. They can just wait till he gets released. They can't wait.
Shit, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be different if they're like, yeah, we don't know when he's gonna be released.
They know
This
it's
man's probably gonna be released in 2 days. Like
that. Now this is really diabolical. I mean, I know black people like to use that word, but that's true pure evil right there. Jesus.
Who is this? This is Montario, right? I think he said Grace literally ran out of a bar on me, Jeremy, and OPC without saying a word. She's insane. Like, what do you mean she ran? Like,
were they all together? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys were all together, and you guys were at a bar, and like she ran out and not paid, or like, what do you mean by she ran out of a bar on you guys? I'm confused. If Ruby picked Jeremy over Dalmatian, would Jeremy be healthy now?
Oh, that is a good question.
That is a good question. I think that he would be. I think that he would be healthier than what he is now. Yes.
Interesting.
Alex Moore, I am not saying Grace is insane. I'm just saying it's insane to impound someone's car that's in the hospital.
I'm gonna roll with your same answer. I think he'll be healthier as well.
Facts. 72-hour psychiatric hold, probably. He probably will get that because they're going to question him on why did you let yourself sleep in the car with the windows down during a storm? Are you okay? Is your mental okay? Because
72-hour hold is crazy.
Ruby said, yeah, they were all together and she ditched them. She ditched Jeremy like 5 times. Dine and dash. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Like, ma'am, we don't do that. That's like that. That's technically, stealing. What else would you call it? I don't know, but stealing's enough for me. Like, ma'am, go pay for your food. Go pay for your drinks.
Oh man.
Yeah, she got up and left and got an Uber without telling any of us. That's actually pretty fucking crazy. This is why we can't trust white women. That's. Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys got to stop in the comments. You guys are actually so funny. Okay. So basically, I kind of get the Jeremy and Grace story now, but like what led up? I want to know like what led up to, not like what led up to him driving over there, because obviously they probably made a collab, they're meeting up together, whatever. But like what led up to her saying like, hey, go sleep in your car, and him agreeing to, you know what I mean? Like what happened in between that? That's just like, all right, you got to go sleep in your car, bro. And negative 13-degree weather. Like I'm confused. I bought drinks all night too. Yeah, that is fucked up. That's fucked up, Montario. And I am sorry that you had a woman dine and dash on you. But at the same time, that should, as Alex said, give you insight, Can't be buying drinks for every bitch out here. You feel me? So.
What?
Universal, how would you feel if you bought a woman at a bar about, let's just say, like 5 to 6 drinks, and you know she's cooling
That's
with
a
you.
lot of drinks. God
That's what
damn.
I'm saying. 5 to 6 drinks. She's cooling with you. She's talking to you, and then you turn around literally to go buy another drink, and then you turn around to give it back to her, and she's gone. She dipped. Like, what would you think?
That actually happened. When I was in New Orleans, remember when I was streaming with you guys? Didn't I tell you?
Yeah. Wait. What happened? What happened?
I met this baddie too. She was like a fucking
Oh
parole
shit,
officer.
Mooncake says, this is where UJ is, sir. You better check in with mamas. Don't play with her now. Come on. Don't do that.
I was not hiding anywhere.
You got to check in and tell her what you're doing.
No, I don't. What? But it's good to see you, Moon. I need
Mooncake, absolutely. Shout out to you. I am gonna drop the link soon. So if you want to pop up.
And Tina knew where I was. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know if she told the story now. That time I was in New Orleans and I was hopping on the street.
Tell the story, please.
Huh?
Mooncake, also, I miss you so much. I hope you're doing well. I miss your beautiful face.
She said, "Don't drag me in it." Damn, you. Well, always take the side of your blood, but you knew I was here. You were here earlier, so don't even play. Anyway, yeah, it was a situation. I met her. We were talking. We were on one of the roofs where you can look down at the street or whatever. And I bought 2 drinks. I had bought one originally when I first kind of connected with her, and then the second time, that's when the ditching started to take place. It was like I got her a drink, and then her sister or cousin got drinks for the people she was with. So everybody had drinks. So we go back to the balcony or whatever. Me and her, I forgot. She said something. She shows me a photo of herself. I said I'll be back or something. I turned to talk to my friend who's like right down, not too far. I come back, they're all gone. I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. But I didn't feel bad. I mean, I was just like, fuck, she just left after I bought 2 drinks. You about to get robbed? That looked crazy.
No, I was rolling up my windows. I'm like freezing in here, and I'm like, why do I feel like a fucking breeze on me? And my windows were down. But yeah, no, that's actually crazy. So like, did you feel, not necessarily upset, but did you feel like kind of salty about it?
Yeah, I felt stupid because I'm like, damn, the bitch just disappeared. Yeah, I felt kind of, but I was having a good night anyway, so it didn't even matter. I just kind of rolled with it.
Just did your own thing.
Yeah. I mean, the picture she was showing me, I thought I was gonna bag her because she was showing me some nudes. I was like, oh shit. And then she did.
In a 5-minute interaction, sir?
I'm not nigga. Listen, it's New Orleans, man. What happened was some chick pulled her titties out, right? So we throw the beads, and she was like, my titties are better than those. And I was like, let me see. She's like, I can't show you in this. And she pulls her phone out and shows me like 4 nudes. I was like, God damn.
That's actually crazy to me though, because like, I don't know, like I get feeling, confident within yourself, but I feel like that's like just like a little too private, especially for it. It's not just a little too private, it is too private for a stranger. Like I don't know how people can do that, but at the same time, like, live your life, girl. Hey, if you got them titties bouncing,
they were nice too. But salute to her. This is funny. Oh, what? Should I? You know what he's saying by this? The carbon dioxide poisoning coming.
What did he say? Low got heat up.
Oh God, are you high? You higher than me right now, huh?
I'm not even high yet.
Oh shit.
I'm just freezing. The cold is honestly affecting like my brain. Like it's so cold.
God. This is funny. This is not even a long story. We just got finesse. I got finesse, really.
No, I remember you guys telling that story, and that is actually fucking hilarious. Like, I feel like when you go to big tourist spots like that, though, there's always those people around that's like trying to make you take pictures with the Spider-Man or fucking, like you said, like the ladies that look good or whatever it may be. And then they're like $80, $90, like $80 for a picture, sir.
It was more than that. So I forgot what we were doing. I think we were trying to figure out the next place we were going to. So we kind of stopped walking in an area, right? But this is a high traffic area. And we're talking for like maybe a minute or two. And then these 2 little Latinas pull up on us and they go straight to Mooncake. Oh, you're so beautiful. Look at you. Oh my God.
They know how to work the game. They know how to work the game.
They're like, what are you doing with this guy? Oh,
I would have been like, bitch, fuck you.
and then so she's like, and then like, what's your name? So we tell them our names or whatever. They're gassing Mooncake up. Head is swollen, bro. They're just gassing her. She's just falling for it. I'm like, yo, I'm kind of like, let's go. So then the less prettier one comes to me, and the other one stays with Mooncake, and she's just flirting with her, touching her hair and shit, all this shit. Then the other one's just like, yeah, you guys look so good. This is your girl, or whatever. You should take a picture of her. And I'm like, okay, take a picture. But these bitches don't got a camera, so I'm like, what? They have me use my phone to take a photo of her, Moon and her, because Moon's like, yeah, come take the picture of us. Then they're like, oh, now you come take a picture with us too. So I'm like, fuck it. So I take a picture. And then as I'm taking the picture, the fucking pretty one leans over to my ear and she was like, it's going to be $60 per person. I was like, what the fuck?
Why is she do it in a whisper though? She couldn't say it aloud.
She got me. She was like, it's going to be $60 per person. So I go to Moon and I'm like, yo, they're trying to charge us. She's like, what? She's like, no. I'm like, fuck it. We're just going to pay them and go. And I cash app the chick 125 and we left. It was fucked up. They were like, well, we just got finessed. And Moon's like, how? I'm like, the bitch just tried to make me pay her. We did, obviously. And she was like, well, how much was it? And I was kind of embarrassed to tell her. I'm like, yeah.
No, I would have been embarrassed to fucking tell her too. I would have been like, just don't even worry about it.
Yeah, Tina. No, I didn't tip it. No, well, I guess I kind of did.
All right, give me 1 second. I gotta mute up.
No comment. You might want to mute your camera too. But yeah, we had to get out of that jam because them hoes jammed us up and made us take photos with my own damn phone. Jesus, it was hustle. But anyway, we had a good night though. That was a fun night. We were stuck, man. We were stuck. The little bitch had me hemmed up.
Honestly, though, what do you think would have happened if you would have just told her no? Like, I'm not paying for it.
It would have been a thing. We literally were having a good night. We had just won some money. It was good. We were doing good. And then, yeah.
HB, shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, it is an EAE appreciation.
Yeah, we'll see. It was fun. Anyway, why are we talking about me? It's EAE's there. He said, "Oh God, go ahead, show them your tonsils."
Shout out to EAE for the $2.
You know what? You might not want to do this. I can see this getting edited into a whole.
Just hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Oh man, just delete the photos. What? That's not gonna take the pain away, Bean. It's not gonna take the pain away.
Okay, so EAE for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, "Low show tonsils. It's my B day." And first off, I read that as toenails, and like that just disgusted me. But the fact that it's actual tonsils, I don't think I can do that. Just because, like,
he'll be asking for toenails next.
I'm okay. I don't want that. But EAE, thank you so much for the super chat. Like, I appreciate it, and your B day is so special to me. But I'm not gonna show you my tonsils, sir. I can't.
Thank you. Come again.
Just delete the photo. That's what I would have done. Just delete the photos and been like, "Oh, I don't have them." Like,
they're good photos. We look good.
Alex says, "Fuck them both, bro. You could have used that money for some Cheesecake Factory or something."
We went to better restaurants than Cheesecake Factory, right, Moon?
Corporate, shout out to you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like. EAE, I'm not taking your name off the stream because this is an appreciation stream for you, and I will always be, telling you that I appreciate you and that I love you. But at the end of the day, just because you're having your own stream doesn't mean that you get whatever you like, sir.
Jesus. What's one of your favorite EAE stories?
One of my favorite EAE stories. Let me think.
Yeah, I could have did it a better way. It cost me 120 or 125 or whatever.
125 is outrageous.
Yeah, I had it. It's all good.
Let me think. Favorite time with EAE. I mean, I don't know. A lot of things are coming to mind, but at the same time, like, I guess you guys wouldn't have seen this because it wasn't online, but like when, hold on, I gotta mute myself. Sorry.
Struggle streaming in the car. Uh-oh, EAE, the suspense is probably killing this man. He don't know what you're about to say. He's terrified.
I was gonna say that just me and him have, you know, outside conversations. We do talk about quite a lot, but he has, you know, sent me some of his art before, and I've sent him some of my art back, and that was actually one of our most wholesome moments, I would personally say, and I actually think about it often because it does inspire me to get back into drawing and to start painting again. So that would probably be one of my favorite moments with him.
Nice.
He says that's cap. We don't talk at all. Okay, EAE.
He also said you beat it in party. That's funny.
EAE makes gooning look like an art form. He does. He does. He does it so casually and just so fluent, bro. Like he doesn't skip a beat. He knows how to goon the best. Okay.
Hey, his gooning works, man. For some reason, ladies trust him.
Yeah. See, Alex knows. I don't fart. I don't poop, guys. I'm just a girl.
Oh my god. Sounds like angels whistling. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that. But all right, getting back to the Jeremy and Grace situation. I mean, I guess kind of my last comments on it is just like that it is wild to me what men will do or go to the extent of for a woman, especially when they aren't reciprocating any type of feelings or, you know, actions. But at the end of the day, but they both are grown people, and, you know, I can't really put my say in too much where it would be valued or anything because they're going to do what they want to do at the end of the day. But I would just say for, you know, the men that are watching, if you're simping for a girl and it doesn't seem, you know, that she's giving you that same energy or anything like that, you go to visit her and she makes you sleep in the car, just forget about her. Okay?
Just forget about her. That's like the most southern thing you ever said in your life. Just forget about her. That sounded crazy. Speaking of sounding crazy, oh no, I didn't play that. But yeah, no, you're right. That's tough, man. That's tough. Hey, the man's in the hospital. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing at that, but that is like what other
No,
song
that actually makes me very sad, actually. I don't like hearing like sad stuff like that when obviously I'm sure that Grace didn't intend for that to happen, but with you know, all of the knowledge that we know about her, it's just like something fucked up was going to happen, and Jeremy is the victim in this, and now he has to suffer in the hospital, and, you know, it just makes me a little sad. But like I said, at the end of the day, they are both grown-ass human beings, so do whatever you see fit, whatever makes you feel good. But what will really be like the real realization is if he gets out of the hospital and continues to like stream and go back to that, I think that we can all see that, you know, it's not gonna go any further than what he wants. Like,
be in this dream. I'm just playing. Sorry.
what'd you say?
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Tolerating disrespect always results in hospitals or courtrooms. And I definitely agree with that. But actually, I feel like a lot of people who tolerate disrespect will tolerate it for literally damn near their whole lives. And they don't get the, not chance or opportunity, but they don't get into that situation of going to the hospital or a courtroom because they want or feel comfortable enough to stay in that type of situation. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I feel like that ultimately is correct, but a lot of people just deal with it. They just tolerate. They just tolerate, literally. And shit, I got prime examples in my family right fucking now, but we ain't gonna get into that. Okay. Let's go play Fortnite. This show is boring. EAE, listen, I am never doing a fucking appreciation stream again for you. Like, how rude can you be, sir? He could have just drove home, but he's in it to win it. He is. He definitely is. Like, I really think that he believes that if he does enough for her, if he listens to her enough, if he, you know, shows her that he's the best man that she could get in his eyes, that he will eventually win. But I feel like if you're going to go about a relationship like that with that mentality and that mindset, it's never going to work. I don't know, though. I can't believe there are dudes like Jeremy that do this for mid women. Fucking wild. Hey, listen, I feel like men will do it for even less than that, okay?
Jeez. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Jeremy will rewrite history and claim none of this happened. I can believe that, probably.
He seems like the type of guy that's he'll just own it to me. Like he'll just be like, yeah, I did it, and so what?
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen Ruby's stream yesterday, but there was one portion that I did tune into that they were actually pulling up something off a dead man stream of like a body cam footage that Jeremy was in from the police, and I don't know exactly what the fuck happened because I didn't even like get to finish watching it. But if I could find that, I actually would want to review it myself because I love, for the people that know or who don't know, I love body cam videos. Like, they're absolutely so fucking hilarious. People will just be acting retarded and dumb, and I want to see if Jeremy was one of those people who acted like that. And I want to see what the cause of the police coming to the house was. Why does Lo have a diamond encrusted penis hanging from her car mirror? Sir, don't ever disrespect a cross in my fucking life. Yeah, I actually am about to change the name of this stream because you're just getting rude and fucking disrespectful, sir. Okay? Jeremy will say this footage is AI. Detective Low. Yeah, I don't try to be too much detective in other people's lives, but at the same time, like, these things are actually very interesting and mind-boggling to think about because obviously, you know, everyone lives their own life, has their own different perspectives and what they will tolerate and what they won't. But that's just something that I could never imagine that someone would want to do, you know, willingly. But I guess there are people out here that are willingly ready to do that. So I don't know. But I guess that's the whole main story. Any other last comments on that situation, Universal?
Yeah, I hope he comes to his senses that he's just being played, and he makes a change for himself because man, he's going out bad, and it's all on the internet, like it's just all documented, which is tough. I mean, I don't know if you're transitioning to this or not, but it reminds me of this Ruby D-Dog kind of dynamic. It's like a lot of that played out, and also the Monty Edward dynamic. I know more about that one than
yeah. No, I was gonna say I actually need you to update me on that one because I don't know too much. I just have heard things from like other people saying shit in like your Discord chat or, you know, in our little group chats or whatever. But I actually want to know the full story on that. And with the Ruby and D-Dog situation, you know, I definitely am semi more involved in that, I guess, than I would say you or kind of anyone else since me and Ruby are close. But at the same time, lately, if there's been any drama, I haven't been keeping up with it because I just been out of the loop, really. So, but we can go to the Monty and Edward situation first if you like, and then we can, you know,
I just, from what I've been seeing, Monty has had a lot of streams where she's gotten very emotional and frustrated with the way that Edward treats her. There's been a lot of streams about that. She's had several streams where she's been crying, and it's all playing out online. This is kind of sad. And this is like maybe a week or two ago, she had one of her final streams where she had a pretty bad breakdown overnight. And I hopped up there and kind of talked to her a little bit, and she was able to wrap the stream up. But it's been tough, and another thing.
That's nice of you, though, getting up there and talking to her. That's sweet.
Yeah, it helped. It helped. But it was like a plea for help because it was a bunch of people in her chat like it's gonna be okay. She was not in good place. But it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. It was crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, what I did hear was that supposedly Edward put his hands on her or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, she said she had like bruises and shit, and you know, I don't ever like to like say a victim is wrong or say the accuser or whatever is wrong or anything like that, but that's just what I heard, you know. But if that is the case, I think that is very fucked up, and Monty should never, you know, put herself in that type of situation because she is an amazing person. Just from what I've seen on the internet and me talking to her, she seems like a very intelligent, smart, capable woman that can get exactly what she wants, and you know, she doesn't have to settle for less. But you know, people can get love blind. People can go through situations and not see the person for who they really are. And maybe that is that type of situation. And I don't know, I just really like have my, prayers out to her. I hope that everything's okay with her. I don't want her to have to go through any like DV or fucking just mental abuse or anything like that. But what were you going to say afterwards? Cuz I know that you said that she obviously has been streaming recently, and someone asked in the chat if they were still together or they are still together. I don't know anything about that. So do you?
No, Edwards and Jay say did not hit her, and I don't know. I assume that I didn't know that even happened. So I just know she's just been very distraught. So Edwards here, he said he did not, and she's made it clear that he didn't put his hands on her. At the very
Shout out
least,
to you, Edward. Sorry for, talking about your guys' issues. We're kind of just getting into relationship, dating shit, whatever. And obviously you guys are within our community. So, you guys have had problems lately. Of course it would be brought up. But Edward says she made it clear that I never hit her, nor would I. And, I do appreciate you saying that and clearing her name. And even if she did clear her name, but I think she also did come up on a stream and say that you hit her. So it's kind of just like
oh, she did.
yeah, she did. Like she said that on stream. So it's just like she said it one day, didn't say it the next. And obviously everyone knows I love Monty. I'm never coming for Monty ever. But it's like if you say it one day and then take it back and next, it just looks like, maybe you regretted saying that and you're trying to fix your relationship with Edward so things can be okay and everything doesn't look bad. But obviously, like I said, I'm not in your guys' relationship. I don't know the whole full story. If you didn't hit her, great. Obviously, salute to you. You shouldn't be hitting women, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know the whole story, so I don't want to speak too much on it. He said that's fine to talk. I don't mind, but I would never hit a woman. Well, I'm glad that you would never hit a woman, Edward. I would hope so.
Yeah, my main point with them is just we have these series of relationships that have played out online, and we're seeing a lot of pure raw emotions of people all play out on stream for people to observe and comment and joke. It's tough, man. I don't know.
It definitely is tough. And like just moving on with that, with the Ruby and D-Dog situation, I think their whole situation is obviously completely fucked. I know now that Ruby is, they have been broken up for a little while, but still remaining a little bit of contact, which is, that's absolutely anybody's choice. But I know that he did go up on her panel, I think on Sunday, because I had tuned in literally right as he was getting kicked out and that they were arguing. And, he was saying some dirty, nasty things. So, I mean, I don't really even know what to say on that. It's just like, I feel like everything that needs to be said has kind of already been said by Ruby herself or me when I'm up there. But it's just a very toxic situation to begin with, to be dealing with in the first place. And I think that Ruby is doing the right choice by trying to, exit herself out of that situation, still remain cordial for the online presence and the online community, but ultimately exiting herself in real life from toxic things that aren't going to better her. But okay, I gotta mute myself. My sister's arguing with my parents right now. So.
That might be more entertaining than this.
Oh, it's actually very entertaining. I'm like listening halfway in between talking. That's why I'm like pausing and shit. But like, just give me a second. Family stuff, guys. Family stuff. It's crazy.
I gotta drop down for a minute.
You're good. I'm actually about to drop the link for anybody who wants to come up because I did see CC said drop the link, and I know maybe who was it that said they wanted to come up? It was somebody, I forgot. I don't know who it was, but guys, I am going to drop the link right now so you guys can go ahead and join if you would like. We're kind of just in the discussion of conversations, in the discussion of relationships right now, the toxic situations that we see in real life or on YouTube. For anybody who comes up, if you guys would like to share a story with us, give us, your kind of point of view, if you've ever been in a toxic relationship, would, I feel like, help for anybody listening out there if they're going through that, if they've been through that, if they're healing from that. I personally like have been, I guess, through some small situations like that, but I don't know if I would be the best person to give like my advice on that, you know? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. What is a Weeboo Bay? I actually did not put Weeboo Bay underneath my thing. I think it was either Universal or somebody else who just changed my little name, but I'm guessing it's just an anime bay, you know what I mean? But guys, I gotta mute myself. My background is so loud and I don't want you to hear what's going on. CT, welcome in. How are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. As you've been hearing, I got lots of things kind of going on in the background, so don't mind me if I had to mute myself every couple of seconds or whatever. But, you know, we're just tuning in here on, you know, this Monday afternoon, trying to just get some regular conversations and kind of talking about relationships a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna just ask you, have you heard or were you listening into any of the conversations that we previously had about the, I don't know if you know these people, but the Ruby and D-Dog situation or the Grace and Jeremy situation or anything like that?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, just to give you a short summary, basically, like this Jeremy guy is in the hospital because he slept in his car in the storm with his windows down because he wanted to, I guess, get the validation from Grace Thorpe. And now he's in the hospital and they're trying to tow his car away from their driveway. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. Ruby and D-Dog, they've been together, but then they had a crash out relationship and now they're like enemies or something. It's a lot going on.
Isn't Jeremy from Seattle?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. He actually did a stream with John Galt not too long ago.
And what happened?
Basically, I don't know the exact story. I kind of just got all of the information from my chat, but Jeremy is supposedly in love with Grace Thorpe, and he's been one of her supporters for a very long time. And, you know, I guess supposedly, you know, she'll lead him on a little bit, telling him he loves her, or she loves him, I'm sorry. And, you know, they can come visit. They've done IRL together. But this specific time, you know, it's been the storm and all over the States. It's a very bad storm. He drove to go see her. They made a little bit of content. And she ended up telling him to sleep in his car for the night with the windows down. And I guess that he had gotten either hypothermia. Nobody really knows what he's in the hospital for exactly, but he ended up going to the hospital. And now they're trying to get his car towed from their driveway. That's the story that I have gathered from the information that I got.
Okay, so and where do they live at? He drove to where exactly?
I'm not sure exactly where Grace and Ben are at. Obviously, since you know they're in the RV, they're on the road, but I think they're somewhere just by New York, up in that area, kind of.
So the winter storm hit them. Wow, that's some dedication.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. You know, that's obviously something I would never have done. I don't know what to say here. Go ahead. I can't hear you. What you say?
I'm sorry. I had to mute myself because I have loud people arguing in my background right now. But Napstar, welcome to the stage. I hope everything is well with you. Universal actually has a question for me to ask you. What do you think about parasocial relationships?
So parasocial relationships are relationships formed by the term is really for like online relationships. In my opinion, you know, a lot of it is fantasy, right? A lot of it is a manufactured belief that you know a person. And truth be told, I think parasocial relationships can be toxic from the person who believes they are in a friendship or a relationship with the person online.
Mhm.
Um, I'm a lot older than you, Lo, and I know I pick fun at you about with you about this, but to be completely honest with you, if you don't really know someone for like 15, 20 years,
Mhm.
like I have friends going back 20 something plus years, you know,
Right.
probably even older than you. Uh, that's friendship, right? But if you just meet somebody online and you guys are just talking, you're not really friends, you know,
Right.
because there's a lack of actual physical kicking it hours or kicking, you know, we call it kicking it hours, but hanging out, you know, a person's mother and father, you know, their
Right.
family, like you could name their brother or even if you're not friends with their brother or sister, like you could still name their family members, right? Like, oh yeah, that's your brother, that's your aunt, that's your like. I have friends that I could name their aunts, their uncles, their cousins, right? I don't really know
Mhm.
them, but I could name my friend from 20 years ago. I could name their family members, right?
Exactly.
And I know it's a thing. I think parasocial relationships are very dangerous because you believe you know somebody and
Yeah.
it's really like online, but you don't really know the person. And it's and I think that we're gonna see a lot more of that in the future. You know, we're gonna
100%.
see
I definitely
yeah.
agree with that. How do you
Like,
think, like regardless if it's a man or a woman, how do you think that a parasocial relationship develops in the first place from that one ended side of the person, thinking
fix
that is
fix
either my friend?
fixation. Fixation.
Fixation?
Yeah,
Okay.
because people can't separate content from, I guess, reality.
Mhm.
You know, when I was a kid, I would have loved for Howard Stern to speak back to me, right?
Right.
You know, oh man, had he spoken back to you, you probably would have thought, oh, we're friends now. But really, it's he's just doing his job every day, right? And so the thing of the matter is that these things can become very, very dangerous, I guess. So, I mean, hopefully that answers your question, I guess.
Yeah, no, it absolutely did. And I agree with you on the aspect of they are very dangerous because I feel like, in some instances, they can obviously lead to cyber
Yeah.
stalking or stalking in
Yes.
real
Yeah.
life, people coming to try to dox you or figure out your information. It could, extend into ruining your life just because you didn't give the person that relationship that they intended in their head. And I think
Yeah.
that like you said, it's going to happen very much more in the future as more technology advances and more people,
Yeah.
have technology in their lives for sure. But I think that, YouTube especially has a issue with parasocial relationships. I feel like I've definitely had a few myself. I know a couple of people that's had a few themselves. Luckily, nothing has ever turned into, violence or stalking or anything like that with me. But I actually do know people that has went through that and they are actually genuinely, scared for their safety and for their lives. And
Yeah.
it just kind of makes you just question what goes through these people's head. And like you said, it's fixation. People get obsessed, people start fixating that, they know you, they know the real like you're their best friend or something. And it kind of just doesn't make sense to me. Like, how does someone get to that point? Is it a lack of, social life? Is it a lack of affection from your parents, childhood trauma? I don't really know the answer to that, but it's a big thing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really quick, Napstar, I just wanted to involve you in here really quick. I would like to know how do you feel about parasocial relationships if you're there, sir?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, hi.
Well, first things first. Shout out to CT
Salute to
Positivity.
you, man. Yeah.
From
Positivity.
anyway,
Yeah. There we
at
go.
the speed of light, the speed of sound.
I can't
Um,
do it, CT.
yeah, there we go. There we go.
You'll learn one day. Here we go.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
My two tendons are like connected together. I physically can't do it.
That's probably what it
Oh,
is.
you can't do the little Spock thing.
No, I can't. I don't know why.
You might need to change the title then, because only real Spockians can do that.
Whatever. Okay, but anyways, go ahead and answer the question.
No, I appreciate the conversation. I think what most people get out of parasocial relationships is that they get too emotionally attached
Mm-hmm.
psychologically, right? And that it's usually one sided. If you're not honest with your audience, like we're not friends. Like I don't know you. Like when I'm on from 8 to 1, this is just us communicating, sharing content, diving into a little bit what's on the internet. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like anything further from this. I don't know who you are, right? We're
Yeah.
just members of society. We're doing this for content purposes, etc. So I think usually
Right.
becomes one-sided in that people get too emotionally invested. And that could just be because, they have self-esteem problems. Maybe they feel very alone and then
Yeah.
they find solstice in people. Like, and it could be anything like having a perfect family, and that's why people like watching family streams, right?
Right.
Like they feel attached because they don't have that kind of connection with their family.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I guess that's what I think of parasocial when I hear parasocial relationships, sort of like that. I mean, the good side of it, I mean, it does allow you to connect with other people that might have that same connection, right?
Right.
Like, you like anime, I like anime, we all build a community together, right? We
Mm-hmm.
game. So, like CT talks about gematria, the most lovable thing in the world, So I
Whoa.
mean,
I
I'm
don't know
just
about the
saying.
most lovable thing in the world.
But anyways, you know what I mean? Like parasocial is just, especially in the age that we're at now, like social media is so highly intense and emphasized that you got to find something out there to connect to, and the internet is still fairly new. So,
Yeah.
I mean, parasocial relationships can look like anything at this point. So
So do
yeah.
you think that like in the near future, or let's just say, within like 10 to 15 years, obviously we know technology is going to advance. Do you think that most relationships in general in life are going to be parasocial relationships or no?
Well, I mean, if you look at apps, dating apps are sort of a small glimpse of what dating relationships could look like. I mean, it works for some people, doesn't work for others, but that human connection, I think, will be diminished largely over 10, 15 years. I mean, look how we're connecting now. Like, I don't know CT, but we're connecting right now. So that's
Right.
easier than me going to see CT in person. So like these parasocial relationships could be 10 years. I mean, who knows? I think it'll be
Oh,
revolutionary in the way that we connect with people. But yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
I
just have a sex
can we
robot?
bring mooncakes? Yeah.
Yeah. Just get
this
mooncakes.
this comment, are you talking about this comment, CT?
Hmm.
She says, Mooncake says, I can't wait to have sex with a robot. And me personally, I don't think I could have sex with a robot, but I do want to like ask you guys, when do you
Yeah.
think like actual robots to where they can get like intimate, have sentient life? When do you think like, or what year, just to put, make it simpler, what year do you think that they would come out with that?
10 years.
In 10 years?
10 years. Yeah.
Shit, that's actually kind of close, CT. 10 years is pretty close.
I would even argue maybe 5 years, but I'm gonna give it 10 years as a stretch.
10 years. Okay. I'll give my answer last. Napstar, how many years do you say?
I would say 5 for testing purposes, and then 10 for
Ah,
fully developed type of AI emotional
mm-hmm.
relationships that you might see. But 5 as like a testing, see where it goes, work out the kinks. But I see 10 years we'd be having some robots in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I personally, like, now that you guys explained it, I can definitely see where you're coming from, and I can agree. Maybe not with 5 years, but I can definitely agree with the 10 years. But if I just wanted to be in my own little world, I would just hope that that would be further in the future. So let's just say 30 years. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like there are multiple obstacles that scientists have to overcome to really make a robot damn near compared to a human. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're doing it in this age right now. So maybe I'm just, a little lost back in time. I don't really understand what's happening right now with technology. But if it is in 5 to 10 years, that actually very much scares me, because one of the questions that I did have on not one of my latest streams, but it was on a stream a couple months back, I asked the men on my panel if they would switch over to a female robot, or, a robot in general over a real woman. And majority of the panel actually said yes. So it kind of scares me to think that men would choose a robot that, that could fulfill your life better or more than a woman. But I don't know, CT, like, do you think, let's just say, let's use your hypothetical, they are here in 5 years. Would you opt to date, or would it be considered dating? I don't know. Would you opt to get a robotic girlfriend?
Well, I'm already married, but I've been saying this for a long time. I've done live streams about this. With the advent of AI technology, supercomputers, now we have quantum computing.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be, even like in places like in Asia, like China, in Japan, they utilize robots totally different than we do.
Yes, they do.
You'll be surprised in the next couple of years. They may have androids, and these androids may fit needs that the specific user may want, right? Even like in terms of looks, like they may have like a android where it could look like whatever woman you want, right? And obviously men will obviously pick, let's be honest about it, they're gonna pick a Sydney Sweeney, they're gonna pick supermodels, right? They're gonna pick Hollywood actresses, they're gonna pick random chicks, right?
You don't think like a man would just choose a regular woman?
Of course not. No, of course not. Because the reality of the situation is that men are only sleeping with women that they can really get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Men really want, I mean, at the end of the day, not all men, but there's a certain standard of beauty. And if these androids are real, in which they probably will be real, you will see a total shift in the dating market. Your generation doesn't drink alcohol anymore. Did you know that? It's a report out. Did you know that?
That they don't drink alcohol?
Not the way that millennials did, not the way that Gen X
I
did.
actually know, I've seen, some articles, some statistics on that, the older generation happens to drink way more than the younger generation that I'm in.
Yeah. And there's a multiplicity of reasons. One of the reasons is because, I mean, let's be honest about it. A lot of young guys, they rather be at home with OnlyFans or pornography. Pornography and OnlyFans really didn't exist when we were younger. Pornography existed, but not the way that it exists now, right? And we didn't have OnlyFans, right? It may come a day where you may see dudes at bars or out and about with robotic or android chicks, because it's easily accessible, like porn or like OnlyFans. Really, like, and that's what I'm saying. It's easily accessible. There's no hassle to it, and that's why you don't really see a lot of people going out to the bars or clubs anymore. I mean, you do, but
not as much as like the early 2000s, the 90s. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So
because they were going out trying to get chicks, but see now you have porn, you have OnlyFans, you have sex bots. Yeah, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. This like kind of goes on topic, kind of not just the fact that you brought up, OnlyFans, porn of that sort. Do you think that those sort of things can be detrimental, regardless if it's a man or woman, to a person's health, to a person's mind?
Yeah, of course they are. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, absolutely. But
do you think if it's a like a matter of use, like if they overuse it, or do you think it's just like in total and all?
Of course, it is. Everything can be overused or detrimental. But let me
Right.
ask you this: hasn't marriage for centuries been overused and detrimental? People get divorced at astronomical rates. Um, are people really satisfied with their kids? I mean, people run away. You've heard of kids running away from home. That was going on in the 80s. But we had added a lot of technology back then. Kids were running away from home. They hated
Right.
their parents. They hated the city they were. They hated the city that they were born into. So
Mm-hmm.
isn't it very plausible to assume that everything ebbs and flows, right?
Yes, absolutely. I definitely
So
100% agree with that.
See if I
Marriages.
can think about it.
yeah,
Yeah, sorry, you can go ahead.
so a Roomba, a dishwasher, all these machines that we have now, I'd see a robot just enhancing those types of levels of productivity for people in their household. Sexually, no, I would not invest in a robot. That's just me personally. I think,
So you would invest in like a maid robot to do the things
well,
that
there's
you
no,
you don't want to do, but not for sexual reasons.
yeah, I mean, when you start to get, and I think I did hear this on a panel one time that when you start to emotionally invest into something like that, other than what it's designed to be used for, then there's probably some problems that you might have that would be more psychological. But
Okay.
to fulfill like your self-esteem and that, oh, I can just get this and accessibility could be a
Mm-hmm.
little different versus, I'm gonna get the new 85,000 or the T1000 and it's gonna just help me clean my house, and not be about emotionally attached or making me feel great. Like for me, that part of life, making things a little bit better to live in a home, to be more sustainable would be, my ideal. Um, Obviously, we can't really survive if we're trying to have sex with robots. That's your own
Yeah.
kind of personal. I mean, that if that makes you, satisfy your gratitude sexually, that's fine. But I mean, I would most likely have a robot to enhance just the way I'm living, right? Just like what we do with everyday things like you know what I mean, like cleaning shit, taking care of stuff,
Yeah, that no,
um
that's definitely respectable and understandable. People definitely want to live for things to be convenient for sure.
but I
But
do also, before I lose this thought, I think in a emotional way it would help with people's health, right? Because I
mhm,
think our mental health and our stability to have a healthy lifestyle is always challenging. So I
mhm,
think that's one way that if you're emotionally trying to feel better and emotionally invested in these robots that can really help you in any way that you might feel is necessary to keep you on track to have a better life, to live
yeah,
longer. So
I,
that's what I
I
kind of think
definitely, I
about that.
definitely agree with that. And I do have a question to go back into the robots, but I do want to ask EAE's question really quick since this is his appreciation stream. He says, CT, what do you think of the Stranger Things finale? I want to see you and Lo discuss that on my birthday. CT, did you see Stranger Things?
I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things, Low.
You're not a huge fan. Oh, can you tell
No,
me
I said
why?
no, no. I said I'm a
Oh,
huge
He
fan.
said he's a
oh, okay,
huge fan.
okay, okay. You're a huge fan, so you did see the finale.
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
I got a wild theory.
Okay, let's hear it. Cause I got some comments on that too. I'm not about to lie. Go ahead.
I think they never left Vecna's dream. I'm gonna tell
Wait,
you why.
okay. I was about to say, before you tell me why though, are you meaning from the first season or what season are you meaning from?
The fourth season, obviously, right? Think
The fourth
about it.
season. Okay, okay.
Look at graduation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What color were their outfits?
They were green, correct?
They were orange.
They're
Oh,
orange.
okay, okay.
You ever been to jail?
Yes.
What color was your outfit in jail?
It was orange.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so just off of that one scene, that's why you have that theory?
No, it's a lot of things about the last ending.
Okay.
Think about it. Think about it. Why was it so easy to kill Vecna? I'm asking you.
No, I'm thinking about it, and my first initial thought was it wasn't that easy just because it did take them at least 2 to 3 seasons to kill him. I'm not going to say all 5 seasons because obviously they didn't get introduced to Vecna until season 3, I'm pretty sure, or season 4. But I think that it would have been so easy to kill him because now I'm using your theory because they are in his mind and they want, or he wants them to imagine their best reality of what could happen. And that's why it was so easy to kill him. Because no, stop, EA, or I said EAE. CT, you actually have me believing your theory right now. Wait a second, because now I'm like rewinding the whole finale in my head. Wait a second. Damn. Okay, no, but you tell me why it was so easy to kill Vecna.
Who's the mother? The one that was attacked. Got a fucking name.
Karen. Karen Wheeler.
She was attacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
She had the scars all over her body, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the basement scene in the last 10 seconds of the show? She never had those scars.
Wait a second, because I remember that, and I was thinking that I'm like, her scars could not heal that fucking fast, and it's
not in
after
the 80s. They didn't have that.
That's
I mean, maybe they no. Unless you had that's the plastic surgery was like super good in the 80s.
yeah,
Her
and
scars
even
healed.
in that moment of me watching that, I honestly thought that it was just like a misproduction, like they fucked it up or something. But if you really think about the whole show, they really do add everything in there intentionally. So the fact that they weren't on her body, that does like hint to something, but what that is going to hint into your theory of that they're still in his dream?
They're in this dream. They never left. They're trapped.
Damn.
I'm
Okay.
telling you.
Okay. So what about okay? You said this dream ever since they entered the mind in season 4, right? What about the new characters like Derek and Holly and all the rest of the kids that joined in season?
Derek and Holly just represent the new kids on the block. If you sit back and think about it, right? Holly was like 7 or 8, supposedly. These are like new kids on the block. Hopefully, they do a spinoff. Derek is too old. Like the character playing him is too old. But yeah, of course. I mean, we all love Derek. Yeah.
Derek's little, what did they call him? Fucking fat ass Derek or whatever they called him. He said, "No, I'm fantastic."
I forgot. Yeah. But he was very, very. Yeah. Go ahead.
He was a good character. I was actually going to ask you though, how do you feel about Elle's, supposed death? We all know, obviously, we've seen what happened at the end, but how do you feel about that?
I think Elle did actually survive, to be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, like, we're looking from the basement, right? So the basement is, in my opinion, still Vecna. But I think Elle is still there. I think Elle is still living somewhere, right?
And the fact that she can like travel through her mind, that's the reason they can see her in his dream. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a second, CT, because you're on to something for real. Because I have not seen that theory anywhere, and that's actually so spot on. And you make me want to go rewatch that right now.
Think about it. When we all graduated from high school, we don't graduate in fucking orange fucking outfits. That's bullshit. We graduate. Yeah. To me, it was symbolic of jail. It's like you're in prison with this motherfucker. But that's the way I saw it. But anyway.
No, that actually makes so much sense. Wow. But okay, so besides that though, overall, how do you let's just do a rating. What do you give the last season 1 through 10?
7.
A 7?
And I'm gonna tell you why, because the tragedy of great shows, a lot of great shows end bad. So you're like a baby, but Seinfeld, right? You ever heard of Seinfeld?
Yeah. My grandma actually used
Seinfeld.
to watch that a lot.
So Seinfeld was an incredible sitcom, but everybody hated the finale.
Mm-hmm.
So you had years of great shows, and then the finale ended bad.
Yeah.
So people could say, well, well, the series was an 8.9 or 9 point whatever, right? It's bullshit,
Mhm.
right? Because of the finale. It's hard to make good finales because nobody wants to see the ending of a show. But people want to see if the show ends, make it great.
Right.
I can't think of too many shows in history that have ended great.
Neither can I, because it's the same thing to me personally with Game of Thrones. All 7 seasons were absolutely amazing to me, but then they got to season 8 and started rushing that
Yeah.
shit and killed off everyone, and it just made everyone literally backlash the whole show overall.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
bad.
Go ahead, guys.
I was gonna say my rating on Stranger Things really quick and kind of my little opinion, what I thought of the finale, and then I will get to Gary and Napstar.
Yep.
But just my rating really quick. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 just because same thing as I just said with Game of
A
Thrones.
what? A 5 out of 10.
A 5 out of 10, yes. And that's
For the
just
finale.
because
Yeah, I'm with low on this one. I'm with low on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
You're talking
5 out of 10. Yeah.
So you're talking about the finale, right? Not the whole series.
yeah, no,
The finale.
not the whole series or even the whole season 5, just the finale. I give the finale a 5 out of 10 just because I feel like they rushed the last episode. They rushed actually the whole last season. I felt like they definitely could have added more. I was very, very surprised when Will got Elle's powers out of nowhere. It kind of threw me for a loop, and I didn't really like it that much. I did like, the fact that they showed more gruesome scenes. That's obviously an issue within myself. So, that's why those 5 points are there. But overall, I really just think that they rushed it and they wanted to kill Elle off. It kind of just threw the whole series off for me because the whole series was based off of around her. So to me, I wanted to see her, win in the end, her and Mike be able to go and live in that waterfall place that they wanted to live in. And I wanted them to have the happy ending that everyone wanted, but that's not kind of what happened. So it didn't give me what the rest of the series gave me. The from season 1 to season 4, it was absolutely amazing. Everything connected, everything lined up. The plot was amazing. The dialogue was great. The acting was a little cringy, but I mean, it's, based off in the 70s, 60s, whatever. So of course it's a little cringy,
80s.
but yeah, 80s. But overall, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It didn't live up to the hype it was supposed to give after waiting so many years for the last season for me personally. So yeah. But
Lo, did you watch the Netflix thing on how they made the last series? Did you watch that?
no, I didn't.
You probably shouldn't, because then you'll probably be discouraged. Anyways, really quick, yeah, I'd say 5 out of 10. I think, yeah, there was a lot of rushing into it. I found that one episode kind of weird when Will came out. That was a little off-putting because I didn't really understand the point when he came out as not liking girls, as he put it. So I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, we're going to go fight this thing. We're going to save the world.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I would say 5 out of 10. But I will say, as far as the action goes, when they fought that monster or the fucking spider,
The mind flare.
that was fucking great.
Yes.
That was such a good fucking fight. Well, I wish that it was longer because that thing came out of. So I play a lot of Dark Souls and Souls-like games, and that looked like a fucking final boss. And
Definitely.
that was a really good ending. As far as the final villain though, but yeah, 5 out of 10.
Okay. So what about you, Gary? And what do you say?
I am giving. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm giving it a 5 out of 10 as well. For
Okay.
one reason and one reason only. They made the United States Army look stupid throughout that entire season. Whenever I'm serious. Whenever they were invading the Upside Down with the military, right? They couldn't find the flesh wall for the life of them, and those soldiers and their military was so important on trying to secure that little bit of space. They could have just looked up, found the border, and then created a portal, but they didn't do that, which
Right.
was ass. The mind
No, I
flare fight.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah, the mind flare fight was pretty good. I just hate the fact that the Demogorgons, you know, those flower monsters with a flower like face, they can be taken out with like,
Oh yeah,
for
that
some
was
reason they can't be taken out with bullets, but the mind flare can. That never made any sense to me.
yeah.
Me personally, I don't agree with that statement just because I feel like every scene that we seen with the Mind Flayer, they did use bullets on him and it did affect him. It did, like make him step back for a minute. But even like, for instance, the mall scene where, the Mind Flayer's in there trying to kill all the kids, trying to kill Billy, they're throwing fireworks at him, basically explosives, and it's not really working. But until the other I guess host or vessels start getting hurt, that's when he starts getting hurt. So I feel like they really have to do damage to the whole hive mind to really get the Mind Flayer down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lo, I
wasn't
got a
it
question.
one of the plot
go ahead.
points that Vecna could feel all the pain that the Mind Flayer and the Demigorgons could feel?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Lo, I got a
Go.
question.
Yeah.
Would you have sacrificed Hopper instead of L
Yes.
if it came to that decision?
Honestly, no, because I like Hopper as a character more than L.
But
Okay.
L is like a crucial psychic for defeating Vecna.
CT knows what I'm talking about. CT's like, yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, but L is
agree
crucial to the plan, though. How could they, unless they found a way to recreate her, unless they found a way to recreate another psychic kid?
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of
I
did.
don't think they
with
would have even
Will.
been able to touch Vecna.
They kind of did with Will, though, even though he figured that out with him and Robin's help. Like, I feel like they definitely needed her 100%, but on the, like, just excluding the fact that she had her powers, she was very much needed. She was actually a very annoying fucking character and very, like, just ungrateful and disrespectful. And I really just didn't like her. I don't know. Elle was not one of my favorite characters. Like, I don't know.
Was this throughout the entire final season for you, or was it throughout the entire show?
No, for that opinion, that was throughout the entire season. The entire season.
Dang.
But I do have a question because Napstar actually brought it to my attention. CT, how did you feel about the scene where Will admits that he's gay?
Okay, I didn't like it because I'm a very heterosexual
Not like girls.
male. But to me, if you look at it for its deepness, in the 1980s,
Yep.
that probably was the biggest challenge to come out as a FA, you fill in the blank,
Right.
and I think that was a good scene. I know it sounds crazy for me saying it, but I mean, these people have always existed in human history. So, so the fact that he did it, it was more like a hero's journey, even in that scene. Like, granted, we didn't have that in cinema back then, but these people have always existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I kind of, I feel the same way about it. I definitely loved it for the fact of the courage that he had to tell all of his people and to come out. But I feel like, I don't know if anyone noticed, but like the long, like pushing it on, beating around the bush, and then not even fully saying, oh, hey, I'm gay. It's just like, I don't like girls. Like that kind of like just threw it off for me. Cause it's like, bro, just like stop talking and just tell them, like, I understand it's hard for you. And, they had to, of course, put the awkwardness in and the awkward moments and whatever. But the words that he relayed for the message, it just didn't hit me the same as if he would have just came out and said, like, guys, this is very hard for me to say, but I'm gay. Like if he would have said that, I would have been like, oh my gosh, this is the saddest moment ever. Like he's so strong. But like the fact that he did it, I felt like it. Even when they panned the camera to all of the other characters, it looked like they already knew what he was about to say. Like, bro, just come out and say it. Like, I don't know. That's how I felt about the scene.
I like the scene. I like the scene because it's like it took a lot of courage for him to do it. And I mean, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like it because of my own masculinity.
Right.
But yeah, it was a pretty good scene. I mean, no, I will admit it was long. It wasn't necessary to a degree. Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
It was a little long. Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, you're fighting the mind flare. Like, dude, if you're gay, just be gay. But the mind flare.
Could you do this after? Could you do this after the war?
After we beat the mind flare, after we beat go into a different den. Yeah, but yeah.
Well, right now, honestly, I feel that too.
Yeah, but maybe he did it because he thought. I was going to say maybe the only reason he decided to come out, I'm pretty sure, is because he thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other case. I can definitely see why he did it in that moment, but I also agree with you guys that it's like there's a time and place for everything, and like you guys are one scene away from killing Vecna. Just wait till you guys get home, like, and everything's good. And also, just another point that I wanted to point out with just him being gay and whatever, it very much like confused me why his crush was Will. When me personally, I felt that Will didn't treat him as the best friend that he should have. You know what I mean? Like if he had a crush on anyone, it could have been like, honestly, what the fuck is his name? Dustin, because Dustin was the most kind character. He's always looking out for everyone, he's there for showing up for people. Was there last when he was hanging up the radio, Will was there for him, whatever. And Mike Loki is just a piece of shit. So when I noticed that, Mike is the person that's being crushed on, I'm like, Will, I don't like that you're gay, but at the same time, if you're gonna be gay, like be better, like do better, like pick a better person. You know what I mean? Like Mike is not it at all. I don't know.
You think you're telling a gay man who just came out he has bad taste? That's crazy.
Yes.
Hey, wrong dude.
Let's admit it though. Even Robin, it took her a couple of years, but she finally admitted, Tammy was a horrible choice for me. But at the end of the day, maybe Mike was supposed to be the crush to make Will realize that you could do so much better. Fact.
Yeah.
And really quick, shout out to EAE for the $2 super chat. He says Vicky and Robin remind me of Lo and Ruby. And thank you, EAE. I personally don't think that Ruby and me are Vicky and Robin since they are lesbians, but I appreciate your super chat so much. And thank you for tuning in. Dustin was the MVP of the show. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. I love Dustin. Dustin
was personally one of my favorite characters, and I did love Eddie. That was one character. I actually seen a post the other day that was like, if you could bring any character back alive that died in Stranger Things, so Barbara.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was looking for Susie.
Susie?
Remember Susie?
Susie.
Susie, Dustin's girlfriend.
Dustin's lady, yeah.
I was looking for Susie. Yeah, Susie was cool, but she didn't know anything about.
Cool. Did you love the scene when Mike and Will and Jonathan and their friend went and seen her at her house, and then there's a whole bunch of kids running around and everything else? That was honestly one of the best scenes to me personally, also because it showed a little bit of perspective in her life, because they only showed her as Dustin's girlfriend, but now she's actually a character who has this crazy ass family, and she's actually a genius at the computer, and she helps fucking find the location of Nina when she doesn't even know what she's looking for. Like, that girl was a genius. She was an A+ character for sure.
I like Susie a lot.
For sure. So, but really quick, because I did want to ask you guys this question. So if you could bring any character back from the dead that died in Stranger Things, who would it be? And I'll answer first. I would bring back Eddie just because I love him. So
you know what? I was horrified when who's the skinny girl? Like it's the sister of what's his name? Oh my god. Anyway, it's a sister of it's a real pretty girl. She has like a real unique face. Oh my god.
Maxine, Matt.
Is it Maxine? Jesus Christ, let me see.
If you're talking about Billy's sister, she's the redhead. Her name's Max.
Is it Maxine?
Or oh no, you're talking about Nancy, Mike's sister, aren't you?
Yeah. Is it Nancy?
Yeah, I think I'm talking about Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about
Nancy. I think I'm talking about Nancy, right? Let me look her up real quick. I think Nancy had a friend who was completely fucking innocent.
Barbara.
And she died at the pool, right?
Mhm.
She died at the pool. Yeah, I want to bring her back because she was like completely innocent. And she was cute too.
Oh my gosh. Because I actually feel that 100%. But do you think that Barbara's death or Bob's death was worse? Because me personally, I think Bob's death was worse. Like he was inches away from getting out, being with Joyce, and then 3 demodogs came on him and ate his ass up. I was so sad. I was so sad.
Nah, I'm gonna go with Barb's. I'm gonna go with Barbara's death. Yeah, Barbara's death was horrifying because she was like completely innocent. Yeah,
she was 100%.
Yeah,
like she just wanted to have a good time with her friend Nancy. Yeah. Nancy kicked her ass out. She cut her finger with trying to shotgun. Was sitting there, she's probably reminiscing like, damn, like my friend really just left me to go have sex with a guy, and then boom, she's dead. Like what?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Okay, Garion, what character would you bring back to life from the Stranger Things universe?
Personally, I wouldn't. I think all of their deaths are written pretty well, so I wouldn't really bring back anybody because that would ruin the moment.
Okay, that's a fair answer. I appreciate that. That's definitely fair. What about you, Napstar?
Yeah, I think it was their dad, right? Was his name Billy or Bob? One of them, the dad.
Bob was Joyce's boyfriend, so dad.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I would say
I agree with you. I fucked with Bob.
Sad. I was like, "Fuck!" Just because he's a dad and all that other, or he was just getting.
So no one was sad about Billy's death, or they don't care about him too much.
I think Billy's death. It was horrifying, but he was a racist, man.
Yeah,
he did go out kind of messed up.
Yeah, he was like a hardcore racist. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he died. He died. He was doing what he loved hating. He died doing what he loved hating.
but he was like a racist, like in a Ku Klux Klan's way. He was just like a stupid.
You think he was? You think he was an over the top character? What's it called? Caricature.
His death was bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, but he was just a racist. I don't give a fuck about it. Fuck him.
Right. Like, yeah, he had the sad moments in the end of us seeing his mom on the beach, but ultimately you're a racist, sir. You did hate your sister. You made her life a living hell. So your death kind of was like, it was there for sure. But at the same time, like, I agree with all of you guys, but I did love Billy. I feel like as just a girl, like women who watch Stranger Things, Billy's a sexy ass man.
He was he was a badass. I mean, at the end of the day, he was a badass, right?
He was. He was
a badass, but the racism, like him not liking Lucas because he was black. He's like, Lucas like a 7th grader. Who gives a fuck?
He was beefing with a child throughout a good chunk.
Yeah, it's like he's a 7th grader. Who cares about him? He's like a 13-year-old,
Exactly. So, yeah. And no, actually, just mentioning and talking about Billy, I think one of the most like not traumatic, but just like fucked up scenes that I remember with him is when not only he got flayed himself by getting dragged down into the mining thing or whatever, but after the fact, once he was already flayed and he killed his coworker, I forget her name, but the other lifeguard, and then he went to the family's house and he's baking them cookies, whatever. That one scene where they just knock out the fucking parents, take them down to into the cellar. That was one of the craziest scenes for me personally, because I'm like, damn, like Billy's not even trying to fight back. He's just like, take him, please.
Hey, Lo, what happened to the pizza guy, like the fat white guy? He's like a pizza guy. He's like, yeah.
His name you're talking about in the last season 4 and season 5.
He was smoking weed with them in a van scene.
Yeah, like his name is Argyle, and I'm pretty sure he was in the last season too. But they didn't show him too much since, as you've seen, everyone kind of moved back to Hawkins. They were all locked in, like, the community, the area, whatever. So I think they didn't say too much about him, but he probably just stayed back in California, did whatever he did.
Yeah.
But I fucked with him as a character. He was very, very funny. Like what was the scene? When they were out in the desert, they had just or the FBI guy, whoever CIA guy had just died. He was trying to tell them where Nina was, and he's trying to dig a grave for this dude, and he starts freaking out, and he's like, I just need to smoke some weed. I just need to smoke some weed. And he like runs back to the van, and then he comes back and he's like, hey guys, this pen doesn't work. Like, I'm just trying to write this guy a proper memorial. Like, that shit was one of the funniest scenes to me ever. Like, I loved it. But yeah, I think enough with Stranger Things. Yeah, I hope that made you happy. I absolutely love talking about, obviously, all of my shows that I watch. But that was all of our takes on it. If anyone has anything else to say about Stranger Things, now is your time. But if not, we're going to bring you...
Stranger Things, I think that's right. I think that they should do a up-to-date show.
Me too. I think that they should, but I heard that they are completely done with Stranger Things. I don't know if that's...
I'm also pretty sure Vecna's not dead.
That's how I feel too, though. Not going, like, bypassing CT's theory. If they were in his dream, that would literally mean that he's alive. Like, that would mean, obviously, Elle's alive regardless. They already showed her outside of the upside down, whatever. But like how CT said, they did kill him too easily. There's these two worlds combining. They supposedly threw that world into a black hole. And, now he just disappeared, even though every single season when they thought he disappeared, he wasn't really gone. So they probably, it probably is just like every other season where you think he's really gone. You think you destroyed the world on the upside down, but he's just hiding in a hole, recovering his body. Like,
yeah, they don't leave any room for interpretation like they did with Elle's death. Like, they created that interpretation that maybe or maybe not. Maybe she survived, maybe she didn't. But that's all that we get to live with that. But then others would be like, well, there was no interpretation of how, Vecna was supposed to be killed off, or is he still alive? Right?
Hey, look, look.
Yeah.
Is Max beautiful to you? Like, I mean, like even the actress playing her, she's like really beautiful to you.
Honestly, yes. To me personally, it's like a biased thing for me because I love redheads, but at the same time, even if she wasn't a redhead, I think all of her features are absolutely beautiful. Her bright eyes, her smile is nice, her lips are full, her cheeks are full. She has a very nice physique. Everything about her, I think, is perfect. She plays her role well. She looks like a very nice person in real life, too. So I think just everything about her, she definitely is a very beautiful woman to me.
I think she's very gorgeous. Yeah.
Do you agree with that, or how do you feel about her?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think she's a 10.
10? Period. CT, let's fucking go. Well, okay.
Well, I think. Well, I've always said I've always thought redheads were like the prettiest whites. So yeah.
I'm not gonna say I definitely agree with you, but I personally love redheads. Redheads. Every single redhead I've ever met in my life has been beautiful. Like, that's
no, we're not. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at EAE's comment.
Yeah, Lucas got that locked for sure.
If she's legal, she's beautiful to me. Max is a ninja.
Yeah,
lover.
that's
what I'm saying.
Hey, calm down, sir. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, Max is absolutely so beautiful. But real question for all of you on the channel, it's not going to be the question you think. Max or Karen?
Who?
Karen.
Locklear, the mother.
No, Karen, Mike's mother. Yes.
I mean, she was super hot like 30 years ago. Yeah.
But okay, I'm saying now, like in her prime, like, you know what I mean?
Now? No, probably
no,
Max.
I'm gonna pick Max.
Yeah, Max.
Come on now.
You really don't think Karen's a baddie?
No.
She's an old woman. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she was a little younger.
I mean, okay, I can give you on the age part, but she probably is way older than she actually looks. You know what I mean? So she's banging. She's a cougar.
What? You talking about Winona
Yeah,
Ryder?
I'm with CT on this one. I don't see it. I don't see it.
You talking about Winona Ryder, right?
No, Winona Ryder, that's Will's mom, but I'm talking about Mike's mom, the girl or the woman that almost got with Billy.
Mike's mom. Who are you talking about?
Her name's Karen.
Karen, she got attacked. She
Her name
almost
is
died.
Karen.
Yeah, that was the one that got
blonde.
The blonde.
The blonde, right?
Like, you don't remember her sitting by the pool when Billy was the lifeguard and she put her arm up and
Oh,
she's
Karen
like,
Wheeler. Oh, Karen Wheeler. Yeah, Karen Wheeler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's an old
Nah.
woman. You talking about, yeah. Oh my god. She's 50. Yeah, her real name is Cara Bruno. Yeah, no, nah. I'm gonna go with the young girl. Yeah. Old women just don't really like. You can't. Like, an old woman can never compete with a young chick. It's not happening.
Okay, and I can agree with that 100%, but I still think that Karen is beautiful in her age 100%.
Of course.
You're like, fuck no. Oh
I'd
my
go
god.
with Nancy. I'd go with Nancy all
What's
the
up,
way.
Max?
Yeah, no, I should have added Nancy in there, but I was kind of just trying
I
to.
would just, yeah, Nancy would just drain. I'm telling you, Nancy would. Yeah, no doubt. Nancy.
All right. Well,
I'm not
really
gonna
quick,
finish that
guys,
sentence, but
UJ is back up here, so he is going to take over for 1 second. I have to go in and go to the bathroom really quick. Give me a second, but we're going to change the topic probably back to something similar to the relationship conversations that we were having. I know the last question that I asked was about parasocials, but UJ should have a question in mind for you guys on panel. So give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? What's up, CT?
What's up?
oh, what's up, Universal?
What's up? I'm gonna go back actually kind of to parasocials. I know that Gary and Napster have heard of this term, but CT, have you heard of the term BOIT?
Nope.
So it's an acronym, and it's a term that's starting to float around. The acronym stands for the bottom of YouTube. The bottom of YouTube.
Go ahead,
And
buddy.
ultimately, what this is referencing is we have these communities, not just YouTube, but other places, Twitch, Discord, etc., that that pretty much create a culture of toxicity where people dox each other, they go after each other, etc. And I wanted to know, what do you think about these? Have you noticed these communities forming, let's say, on social media, YouTube?
I never heard of this community. But I think anybody who doxes people, there's a level of unimaginable evil behind it because these people are losers. They can't win, so they go to the last resort. They dox you. They call the police on you. They will send messages to your email address or your phone or your actual house number, and because these people are losers, bro. They can't win. They've lost. You only dox when you lose, right? When you think you're a loser. So yeah, winners don't dox people, bro. Winners don't give a fuck about people to dox them. Yeah.
Thorpe Sphere is pretty much what a good interpretation of BOIT is.
I
you got your Thorpe Spheres. That's what a little bit of a BOIT. You could see that in their communities.
I'd also put Hubbard and his crew since they actually did it.
I have no idea about that. So go ahead, Universal Jones. Go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
but I don't think they just dox people. I think it's just like an ecosystem of these these social media circles where they just kind of feed off of each other's pain, trauma, and things of that nature. That's kind of how I see it ultimately.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's like a phenomenon that has been created over the years. And then you tie in this kind of concept of IRL content making this in real life where people are meeting up and fighting or showing up and causing problems for people or sending the police to their house. There's all these dynamics, and it just seems like these circles, these people are like, it's an ecosystem ultimately. It's these little circles of communities that just do these crazy things to each other.
Okay. And why do you think they do it, Universal Jones? Like, why are they doing this?
I think we are at a point in time in history, or at least in our society, where people don't know how to form healthy relationships like we used to. So they result to the easiest thing we do have, which is something like social media to form these relationships. They're all looking for significance, security, and belonging. And this is one way they find that, and this is one way they get it, is by being in these communities, being in part of people's lives, being able to comment or send them money or try to sway their next action or stream. Like there's this connection that's being built in for a lot of people.
Lo,
Yes.
can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
What did you think about the book scene in the finale?
The book
Did you,
scene.
did you cry on the book scene?
Remind me, like, give me a little run through. What do you mean book scene? I'm trying to remember.
They got done playing a video game. I mean, so they were playing Dungeon and Dragons. But did you, when they put the books up, they were all crying? Remember, like saying like this. Pretty much, this will be the last time.
I remember.
Okay, go ahead. So what did you think about that scene?
I think just off of a simple mind thought, whatever, that they ultimately were putting the books up to not only show that each of these characters obviously are involved in, I forgot what they called themselves, their little group or whatever, the Dungeons and Dragons group or whatever. I think that it was supposed to show that, Max was finally added in. These characters are still here from the beginning, but it also was to maybe symbolize that, not necessarily that they're going to add in another season, but they're giving us the imagination that their lives will continue on of being friends and being in this group, and something more is to be seen. But I personally don't think that they will ever, they might do a spinoff, but I don't personally think that they will ever add on to Stranger Things. That's what I think that the last ending book scene was for.
Okay. Anybody else,
what do you think?
Again, I think they are in Vecna's dream, but I think the book scene was nothing more than just a send off. It was to honor the fan base. Like, all right, I guess they're Opus. You ever heard of Opus?
What is that?
Yeah, like an Opus. What is an Opus, guys? Jesus Christ, an Opus is like a Jesus Christ, I need like a definition for it. Like your last hurrah, maybe.
Okay.
Like your greatest work or something. Yeah, it's like an opus or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like
okay.
that.
I get what you're saying, but no, I agree with that. It's giving that last hoorah, like you said, and both I said of, this is the group. They've been here since the beginning. They're ending together. This is the last time. This is the last scene.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
But really quick, just to go back on UJ's point, I was hearing before I had left the car, he was asking you guys what boy is, and I was actually asking him earlier what the definition of boy is, because I've been hearing it a lot around the YouTube streets, I would say the last couple of weeks, and I have no idea what the fuck it is. So UJ, if you could give me an explanation for that, that would
explain it. I already explained it when you left. It's just ultimately an ecosystem of communities where people just harbor a lot of pain and trauma and negativity for the most part. I mean, there's some positive stuff in there, but not a lot. And it's affecting people online. It's like their online lives are really their offline lives, and there's a blend, and these people just kind of feed off of one another.
Could you maybe give me an example of a group or channel?
Well, I mean, the main example that folks have already brought up is like the Thorpe Spear, but I don't think that they're the only one. I mean, you got the locale folks. To a certain extent, they would even say there's several different places in like Black YouTube as well. Like John Galtz would kind of be considered that, because those two kind of overlap. You have the debate world; they got a couple of those folks in there as well. So they share communities. Again, that's why it's like an ecosystem of communities. They kind of all intersect and connect. and you start to notice that people's like mental health issues are starting to be on display, like IRL, or they'll just stream things, and then it becomes a topic of conversation. Then like 4 other clips channels or review channels review that. Like it just gets crazy.
So can a boy be anyone, a woman or a man?
Yeah, it's not a person. It's a name of
It's a
community.
community.
Yeah, it's a name
Yeah.
of community.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if
got
they
you.
have like Boydites or Boydistans or whatever. I don't know if they gave the people name that. I mean, we'll get there at some point, but right now it's the name of a community. It's like I think it's a social phenomenon, honestly. And I think we're gonna have obviously like different levels of Boyd at some point. Because where else will people go to connect with folks who have similar emotions?
Facts. And I do agree with that. But are you saying that Boyd communities, I'm not saying that you're saying they're necessarily negative or in a bad way, but would you say they're more negative, more positive, more neutral to the community? Like, what would you say they are?
No, I think they're more negative right now, just because of like what we're seeing out of it. Like everybody in this panel, we're all connected to these communities, believe it or not. CT, you as a content creator, you have a lot of Boyd level people in your audience, and I would say many of the Discord servers the three of us have been Boyd related. So we see these things, like we see people physically, like really dating each other, right? They met each other, they date each other, and then we see them have their bad relationship moments on the stream.
Yeah.
Or we see people literally are doing IRL content to start fights and go to jail. We just seen someone who has a strong parasocial relationship travel halfway across the country to be with a girl and her dad, and then they abuse him, leave him outside in his car.
Oh, did you guys cover Frozen Man already?
Yeah, tell us
Did I
more.
miss Frozen Man? Oh, damn. I have a funny picture to show, but I'll show that later. My bad.
I was going to say, if you want to pull it up in the back, I can pull it up. But is there actually, now that you're up here, Napstar, is there any other information that I missed on the Jeremy situation that I need to know or no?
Oh, go ahead, CT. Go ahead, CT.
I was gonna say, guys, I gotta roll up out of here.
Okay.
So I can see low.
Thank you so much,
Jones,
CT.
Napster. Thank you so much, guys.
I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much
Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night.
Take care, sir.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I had asked you, what is there any other like pieces of information from that situation that I missed or that are like important to the situation?
Hold on. Let me say Universal. This is your level of Boyd. Someone edited this. This is funny. If you guys already seen the car sitting out in the driveway, and then fucking when the police came, yeah, apparently this dude was hyperventilating. You know, there was some asphyxiation or whatever the fuck. And he just went there, thought he was gonna clean the garage with them, and ended up staying out there for shit almost 2 days. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So, do you know, like, I'm guessing this whole thing was streamed, right, or no?
The only pieces that were streamed was the interaction with one of the officers that went to Grace's apartment, and somebody called to have Jeremy checked on. So Grace shared the video of their interactions with the police, and they just basically said, "Hey, do you know who Jeremy is?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's out there in the car. What do you want him to leave? Blah blah blah." And they're like, "Well, he can't really leave. He's literally been snowed in. Like the car is fucking packed." And
So did she tell him though, or even offer to give him like a place in the house or wherever they were staying?
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me?
That's fucked up, bro.
The last few text messages that he was sending her was like, "Hey, let's go fix the garage. Hey, we're gonna work on the garage, right?" And she was like, "Well, Jeremy, you need to call in. I'm not gonna let you in. I don't want you around. I didn't invite you. You just kind of came interpreting, come and clean the garage as an invitation to fucking sit outside and be there, come in and hang. So I guess he took that to a whole nother level and ended up freezing his ass in the car.
So do you know if he went to the hospital for hypothermia, or do you know like what it was for?
See, I haven't caught up on that part, but apparently there was ambulance and all that out there, and I guess they took him to the hospital, which I'm pretty sure Ruby probably told you already. But yeah, that's pretty much my my
Take on
coverage on that. Yeah. Oh,
that's
by the
actually
way,
so
oh no,
crazy.
go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like that's so crazy. Like I'm really like sitting here kind of trying to not relive because I didn't live it, but like relive it in someone else's eyes through my eyes. And I'm like, I could just never imagine being in that situation. And like you're genuinely, even though Jeremy might not be the nicest person or he
Right.
might say racist ass shit, whatever. He obviously went there to go help her with her garage. Who knows what else, whatever. But he's wanting to help her out, and he ends up being hospitalized. Like that just makes me feel so sad. Like I don't know.
Oh, I guess if it's EAE's birthday, yeah, there's took this this image and put the infamous TK out there because TK was so worried about him. Lo, I gotta tell you, TK was so worried about him. He was like going on Grace's stream saying, we gotta check on him. What are you guys doing? He's out there freezing. What are you guys doing? TK was actually calling him a couple of times, trying to get him to answer the phone to ask, hey, you doing all right? What's going on? And Jeremy would answer, but he'd be like, I'm still here, I'm okay, whatever, and then just kind of hang up. So TK was like really worried about him. He was streaming. But yeah, pretty much TK was trying to really be out there for Jeremy, but Grace did this whole 2 or 3 hour stream where they were just kind of doing a struggle session while he was out there, and people were asking in the chat, "Hey, is he okay? Is he frozen yet?" And making jokes of this situation, but
No, like that's actually not funny though. And like I get it. Some people are desensitized to, other people's harm and hurt that they go through, regardless if that's a big or small thing. But something like this where somebody could actually freeze to death and like yeah, you might think, oh, he's in his car, he could start the car, he could have blankets, he could do this, but when you're in that type of degree and in that type of environment where you probably didn't bring a blanket because you drove all the way here thinking that you were going to stay inside somewhere warm, you don't have everything that you need. It could be very easy for you to freeze or be in a detrimental situation, and it's not really funny at all. And like that's why like I feel sad and I feel bad, but at the end of the day, I don't know, like obviously there's only so much we can do as viewers of the videos and of this quote unquote content. It's not content to me. This is like some fucking court evidence shit that I'm watching. I don't know, but it's like
yeah.
It's like something that people should actually like take into consideration. Like, damn, he had to go through this all by his own choices. We can admit that, by his own choices, but still went through it, still had to be hospitalized and could have froze to death. Why are we still joking about this? Like, that is so crazy. I don't know. That
Yeah,
blows me.
Universal. I sent you some other photos. These just came. These are in the
Okay.
Jeremy Discord. But apparently there was this shows just the officers that the police were there, and there was an ambulance opening up his car door and stuff like that. It's been a pretty wild. And people were just saying, he kind of did this to himself. How do you come to someone's house uninvited and think you're gonna, force yourself in? And it's like,
Did
kind of
he go
wild.
there uninvited though?
There were people. Oh, this is another part. People were saying she was giving signals. Okay, like he confessed that he did like her and he loved her and they want to get married, or he wants to marry her. He's like, yeah, I was serious about that on her stream. on his stream, and he was saying that. And I guess during the whole time, Grace was giving him signals, and then apparently once he got there, it was like, "Oh no, what are you doing here? You know, why are you here? There's a big snowstorm coming. Why are you here?" So, but yeah, there's Jeremy's car, and then there's the police there. But apparently, he was asleep in the back seat with the blanket, so at least he was at least staying warm.
I suppose so. If that's
Was it a Lowe's custom blanket?
right. If it wasn't, then he froze. If it wasn't, he froze. What? Sorry, I'm not gonna turn my camera back on right now just because my laptop is gonna die soon. But I'm trying to hold out for like as long as I can. So.
Yeah,
typical woman trying to hold out.
But yeah, back to Universal's point of Voight. That's IRL gets to you.
Right, I should really know. Should I play the commercial for the blankets? Because I feel like this is the perfect time. Hey, you don't want to be
frozen. You might as well.
You don't want to be frozen in a snowstorm, guys. Please go ahead and head on down to Lowe's Customs and get you a custom blanket by your girl herself, Lo. I appreciate you guys, and shout out to Lowe's Customs.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind blanket that combines comfort, quality, and personality? At Lowe's Customs, we handcraft Tide blankets that speak to who you are. Whether you're cheering on your favorite sports team, repping your sorority or fraternity, or proudly showcasing your school spirit or political party. Our Tide blankets are made from premium, high-quality fabrics, soft, durable, and designed to last. Each one is carefully hand-tied to create a look that is as unique as you are. These blankets are more than just cozy, they are a statement. Perfect for tailgating or game day celebrations, decorating your dorm or living space, a gift for friends, family, or that special someone. At Lowe's Customs, we believe in celebrating the things you love the most. Every blanket is handcrafted with care, ensuring that you get a piece that's not only stylish, but also it's incredibly comfortable. Ready to create that perfect blanket for you or your group? It's time to experience the magic of Lowe's Customs. Order your custom Tide blanket today using the link below and bring your passion to life one knot at a time. Lowe's Customs, crafted for comfort, tied with love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Universal Jones for putting the most amazing commercial together. I appreciate you. And guys, the form is in the chat. The link to the form is also in my description. So I appreciate you guys. If you guys would like to, get one, this is about the time, the season, before we get to spring, go ahead and order your Lowe's custom blanket.
Yeah. Don't be left out in the cold like Jeremy. Be a good friend and do what Grace did not do. Order Lowe's Customs. Keep your friend covered through the storm, through the winter, and through their life.
Consent, folks. Make sure you learn about consent. Don't get yourself caught up. There are 2 more things I wanted to send Universal. There was a video that Grace did have about meeting Jeremy while he was in the code. And then there's also a image of a possible interpretation of how it went down when he was going to the hospital. So hopefully it'll load soon. Let's see. It's taking forever.
What happened? Are you guys waiting for me or something? I was doing something.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad! You keep digging!
Well, excuse me.
I'm trying to fucking look for something on my floor, my little car battery charger thing, but I can't fucking find out. I found it.
Have you ever had a dream that you you could you do you want you could do so you do you
Oh my
could
God.
you want him to do you so much you could do anything.
I was muted, guys. I didn't even realize. And I was talking to you. I'm like, what the fuck? I was looking on the ground for like this charger to be able to plug in my laptop, but I couldn't find it. But I already found it, so never mind. But yeah.
Universal, did they load up?
Let me. Yes. Oh my. We were this. Oh my god. Do you want me to do the video first or the photo?
Let's do the video first, and then we could do the reenactment.
How do I play this? Oh, you know what?
EAE, I actually don't have a lot of junk on my floor. I have my shit very organized because that's just the type of person that I am. So fuck off.
So the video that I'm gonna upload, it is going to. We won't be able to stop it, so we're just gonna play it all the way through. It's gonna take a second. Oh, don't. Oh. It has to be an MP4. Yeah, it's gonna take too long. I gotta have to convert the video because it's a whatever MOV file, move file.
What are you talking about?
Napstar is trying to get me to play a video, but I won't be able to. It needs to be an MP4 file to upload.
Yeah, you saying this is low-key disrespectful, but I'm all for it, blah blah blah. This is not disrespectful. I mean, I don't know about the other opinions of the other people, but me personally, I mean, I guess maybe to a certain person, but to Jeremy, absolutely not. All I said was I'm sad for him and that he shouldn't do stupid shit like that. That's not.
What do you mean? What do you mean by a certain person? Like, who would you be okay with checking this stuff out from?
Huh? Whoa! What the hell?
This is a reenactment, crime reenactment. You know they have on the crime shows. It's an overgeneralization of what might have happened.
Oh my goodness gracious! You guys are actually diabolical. I cannot.
Hey, this is in the Jeremy Discord, so he knows about this. So he's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, but that is not fucking funny. Oh my goodness, that makes me sad. Who made that?
Oh, so many people. There's so many other interpretations of it too. It's horrible. But that one was one. It's recent.
I don't know. Relationships, people, interactions are just a lot. That's all I can say. I don't know how people deal with people on a daily basis. Like, I don't have to deal with people on a daily basis. Usually I would say at least like 3 weeks out of the month. So
yeah, that's Boit low. That's the kind of realm that we're in, the Boit sphere.
the Boyd sphere. Yeah, no, I just heard of that today. Well, the definition. I heard the word, like I said, the last couple of weeks, but I didn't know what that meant. But yeah, that's definitely a part of YouTube for sure, and definitely in our community.
Oh, is it EAE's real birthday? Happy birthday to EAE.
I don't know if it's actually EAE's birthday, but thank you, Napstar, for telling EAE happy birthday.
Yeah, if it's his birthday.
EAE, I actually did not. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Napstar. I actually did not end up going to Chili's because we all decided as a consensus not to go. We ended up playing poker, and I actually was up, guys. I was up like $16, bro. Like, everyone puts 5 in. There was like 5 or 6 people, so I was up 15. I was good, but then usually when I play poker, I just get tired of playing. So, and then I just, like, I know what hands are good and not. Like, I'm actually a very good player, but I just get tired. So, and then I just kind of give my money away. So Yeah. I lost all my money. But anyways, yeah, I didn't prove anything at Chili's.
You've got a lot of questions. The next one is Nap. Why do you hate me?
Yeah, Napstar, why do
Well,
you hate me?
I'll say this. It's a new year, so everything that happened last year, I've sort of dropped with a lot of people. So
That's good. So that means your guys' beef?
it's swiped. Yeah, there's a pardon.
Okay. Well, that is amazing. And I hope that one day, like, you guys could maybe possibly have a friendship. What's funny?
Oh, okay. That's what do you mean that's not an answer? That's an answer, EAE. Everything that happened last year, it's dropped.
No,
Don't
he
worry
said,
about
so
it.
basically, if you said that everything is dropped last year, that means you don't hate him. So say you don't hate
Yeah,
him.
there's nothing, there's no hate. Right. There's
But
no
you
beef.
you have to say you don't hate him.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, nothing happened last year. Okay. Yeah, nothing did happen last year. You're right. You're right, Spock. There's nothing happened last year. Nothing's ever happened between us. That's right. Good.
EAE, how did I go, or how did we go from playing poker to fighting? That's just my family. You know, there can be arguments in the middle of poker. We continue it. And then by the end of it, you know, people in my family just love to reminisce on the past, reminisce on, you know, things that aren't happening anymore, that, you know, people aren't the same anymore. And I wasn't even in any of the arguments really, but, you know, I can hear everything and that just turns into that. So,
Now,
yeah.
now you gave a very long answer there. You can give the short answer. It's okay.
What's the short answer?
You know what the short answer is.
That they're dysfunctional as fuck?
Oh, you were close. Think
What?
about it one more time. You know, they're black.
My mom's white though, but she's black inside.
Yeah, your mom is the blackest white lady on earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's black inside. So that is definitely a part of it for sure. But it's also just because we're dysfunctional. Like, it's just nobody, I don't know. Every Sunday, you know, for the people who has been watching my channel, you guys know I have a family Sunday every Sunday, and it always turns into some type of brawl, mental, physical, doesn't matter.
SummerSlam. That shit turns into fucking WrestleMania every week.
And bro, every Sunday. It's not like, oh, we missed Sunday because last Sunday something happened. Like, no, every Sunday, bro.
Oh god.
Lo, will you help me out with my paintings this year? I don't know how you would like me to help with them, but if it's in like the way of like giving you ideas or maybe adding on to your ideas that you already give me, yeah, I can help in that way, but I can't help you physically, sir. Anyways, so what were we on? We were on Jeremy Show. I kind of want to like move past that just because we've already said all of our feelings about that. I don't really want to go back to the Ruby and D-Dog situation because Ruby's my girl. And I don't want to say nothing. And
Oh
we were talking about the Blueface and Krishan shit. EAE said move on from that, so let's not get into that. So do you guys want to stay in like talking about relationships? It can be any kind, you know, relationships, friendships, anything, or move to a different topic.
I saw Edward in the chat. Did you guys cover the whole Monty thing? Sorry, I came in. I was like late.
I mean, we
briefly
covered
talked about it, but not really.
that's what I was
Oh.
going to say. We covered a little bit of it, but not everything.
What's your take on it?
Oh, I just I just think it's like a psychological torment, and I hope that Monty really found a way out of it or a way to really I guess, is working towards a better relationship with Edward, but I feel like it's one way that just fucking psychologically tormenting this woman. um, and it's impacting her self confidence and herself, or yeah, basically her self confidence. I mean, that's pretty much what she talks about because it starts off with Edward, but then it ends up going into her like personal life. Like it ends up saying like, well, I'm not good enough. I'm not, I'm not keeping myself distracted. So, and that's just where I kind of see it stems from.
Right. No, yeah, we went
Yeah, there was
over. Go ahead.
I think what Universal, I don't know if you knew this, Lo, but yeah, Universal went up there and talked to her. So I think that really helped a lot.
No, I told, yeah,
So that was
Universal, the fact that he did that was absolutely amazing because people, when they're going through things like that, they absolutely need someone not just to tell them they're okay, but just to know that they're being heard and, someone's
yeah,
listening.
seen, they're being heard, right? Exactly. And that's all she really wanted that night was just to be heard and seen and just acknowledged, really. Yeah, acknowledged, and that was just hard to watch, but I'm glad Universal was able to talk to her through it, and actually it turned out to be a pretty good stream because ended up talking about some other things, and so it was good.
Oh shit, Napstar dropped off. I guess those were his final words or something.
Yeah, that was weird. He just disappeared.
No,
He was
literally,
like,
it's not even like anybody touched anything. It was so quick. What?
it was like right at the end of the sentence too. It was out. That was crazy.
I don't know, but no, Napstar, I do agree with you. I think everything about it was fucked up, and it is nice that she has people around her, especially UJ, who went up and talked to her, so she can know that she has a community around her. But like I said, just I hope that she can get over whatever she's going through, regardless whether that's with Edward or in real life. I know that she said she's, having a uh what word? I guess complicated time at work, not necessarily complicated. I know she said she had her dream job, but it's a lot of work. She's going through a lot of stress and shit. So she has some things to figure out and it's gonna go good for her. She just has to remain focused, remain just still in her presence, know that whatever she's going through, it's always going to work out at the end. There's so much advice that I could give her, but at the end of the day, this is YouTube, guys, and I don't know you guys in real life, so I can't too much. But anyways, UJ, yeah, is there? I mean, I don't really want to necessarily end it right this second, but we can end it here pretty soon. But is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
I don't really have any major topics. I hope that a lot of people who have started streaming and stopped get back into it. It seems like we're having these gaps in content, places to go for entertainment. So I would encourage people to keep streaming, get back into it, including you.
Yes, I knew you were about to say that. And I did definitely agree with you. I do like streaming. I like having streams like this. As you guys see, these have been my latest streams, just having regular conversations and, being able to show up when I want to. It just feels more natural and more comfortable for me. I think I definitely overloaded myself when I was trying to constantly be thinking up like options and ideas to talk about. But if I can run my channel like this the way that I want to, I definitely hope that I can fucking get back into streaming, like you said, for sure.
Napstar, you got zapped out of here.
Shit, that was weird. I think the internet cut out here.
It was something because, like, me and UJ literally, like, we were listening to you. As soon as you ended your sentence, you just booted out, literally.
It was weird.
Oh, but I was gonna say, the second part of that was, I think there is an antidote to the sort of the Boyd sphere if you find yourself in sort of a rut. But I think that is the will to be acknowledged and that you have a community, and it could be a safe space if you make it that way, again, and it goes back to like how people get doxxed, people get their shit shared around. It's like kind of being very vigilant in the communities that you're in, and that could possibly be one antidote to, you know, uh being a part of these boy communities and then end up like finding it's very toxic, right? So I think
Right.
there's just ways of just really acknowledging your worth, and then also setting boundaries, not getting too comfortable, not being careful what you share, always checking on folks who are actually, you join a community that may be going through some hard stuff. Um, but there are ways to kind of keep your boundaries safe, and I'm sure they're out there. Yeah. Yeah, 99% of the internet is toxic, of course, and that's the realm that you decide to be a part of. I mean, I think we all kind of know what it's like to be a part of these communities, and it's just like, well, we're kind of in here now, so where do I
Right.
go? What do I do? Right? So, of course.
Yeah, shit's crazy for real. And EAE, I did bring your message up on the screen. Send me a voicemail for my birthday with moans. I can send you a voicemail. Saying happy birthday, EAE. I love you so much, something like that, whatever. But with moans is a little crazy. I don't think.
Just give him a little sample what a moan might sound like right here. Give him a little sample.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh. Pussy got popcorn in it. All right, let's go.
This should be cooking up the kernels and all. Don't play with them.
Kernels.
Wait, Lo, what are you drinking? What are you drinking? What is that?
Twisted tea, of course.
Oh,
did you put a honey pack in there?
On a Tuesday, I know, but it's like I didn't have to work today, so I was like, you know what? Let me just drink a little twisted tea, whatever, do a stream. You don't have to admit it, or you don't have to admit you'll do it on stream. Just send it on the low. I won't tell you. Yeah, see, no, I don't believe that. Even if I did do it, you probably would send it to someone. Okay, let's not do that. Anyways,
so Lo, let me ask you before you wrap up two things. So how's the weather on that side? And also, have you been invaded by ice yet? I know Universal's getting all the highlights from Minnesota, but what's it like out there where you're at? Because you're like in the south, right?
yeah, it's been pretty nice, I would say, like the last couple of weeks, but over the last 4 days, it's been very chilly. But yesterday we did have a lot of rain, and obviously, like I said, it's very chilly and cold, so that turned into ice. And it wasn't snow, but it was like, I don't know, what would you call it if it's like you can see the snow particles, but it's not actually like sticking to the ground, it's not snowing. What would you say? I don't know. It was like that. But that was yesterday, and today was supposed to be super cold. Actually, South Carolina damn near got shut down with work and school and everything, but it ended up being at least like in the high 30s today, so I don't know. It's been okay. Yeah, sleep. I guess. Sleep. Shit. All I know is yesterday morning though, I had to turn my car on probably around 10 a.m. I went outside, my fucking door was damn near stuck shut from the ice. Turned it on, windshield of course covered in ice. I let it sit for probably 7 to 10 minutes. And then even when I still went outside, about this much of the windshield was, what is it called? Thawed, defrosted.
Oh my God. Why are you telling this story like a fucking recipe?
Because I'm trying to have everyone understand.
Like fucking probably like 7 to 9. Wait, what the fuck? What are we talking about?
Because I feel like when you really give details like that, it gives more imagination. You can visualize it better.
You know, you gotta let
Oh
your
yeah,
car
for
warm up
sure.
for
I
like
can
7 to
definitely
10 minutes.
visualize.
Okay, but anyways, so like this much of the windshield
This much of the
was,
wind.
this much of the windshield was clear, but the rest was still icy. And like I said, I live in South Carolina. It literally does not snow down here, so of course we don't have ice scrapers, windshield wipers, or whatever the fuck they're called. I don't know. Whatever they're called. So I had to go out there and get a fucking old Walmart gift card and scrape the ice off my windshield just to see. And I couldn't even get it fully all off. I only got half the shit, so I had to like duck down and drive.
Wow.
Wow, like, okay, if you don't care about my stories, just say that.
It just the way you told it, it sounded like you were talking about it. Like you just had these steps. Like I went and did this, I did this, then I did this, and then this, and then I kept it on for about 7 to 9 minutes, and then I did this, and I'm like, why is it like a?
I actually said 7 to 10, so.
Excuse me. How do you know when to do 8 minutes versus 9:30? Like how do you know the difference?
Because it depends on how much ice and how cold it is outside. Duh.
Oh. So it was so what kind of day was it for you yesterday then? Was it a 7-minute day or 9 minutes? Like
No, it was about a 9-minute day, 10-minute day. Yeah, like come on now. I had a fucking scroll on fucking a 9-minute video off of Facebook. That's how I know it was 9 minutes because I'm like, I think I can watch the rest of this video when my car heats up.
You
said
managed
what?
the time. So what kind of Gen Z shit was that? You managed the time by the fucking video you were streaming that you watched? That sounds insane.
Well, I wasn't streaming it. I was watching it. Anyways.
How do you? Okay.
Yes, that is how I measure the time in that moment. In that moment. In other moments, it might
You are
be.
streaming it.
In other moments, it might be by like a song or my food cooking. You know.
Sure. Your food cooking in the microwave?
Yeah, exactly. Or the oven. Or the oven.
Oh yeah, you like to get your bake sheets out, huh?
What the fuck ever. Hater cell, shout out to you. CT just upped and left. You know, he had bigger and better things to do, obviously. Better than Lowe's channel. And that's okay. Because salute to him. Shout out to him. Thanks for even tuning into my little channel that we have going on here. So
So though there wasn't any activity of ice in your community on your parts?
you said what?
No, they knew she was legal. She had that fire alarm going off. They're like, yep, she's American.
Oh yeah, that was the second part of your question. No, there hasn't been anything that I have personally seen, but I have Mexican neighbors and they like are friends and cool with my parents or whatever, and they told them that they like obviously have to watch out for like ICE agents and shit because I guess they are down here, but
Damn.
I don't think it's a huge problem from what I see. He said, "I'm still here listening." LOL. Shout out to you, CT. You have bigger and better things to do. Okay, I get it. I'm just a girl. You know, you come to visit every now and again. It's okay. But anyways,
So,
yeah.
sounds like a sweet deal. Get to visit you every so.
You said what?
So it sounds like a sweet deal. Anyway, you're about to ask Napstar something.
What was I about to ask? Oh yeah, like obviously you've been hearing about all the ice shit that's been going on. How do you feel about that?
We were actually talking about this the other day in the Discord. I do agree that it's sort of getting out of hand on protesters and ICE agent side. I mean, it's sort of like a mini like civil war, I guess you would kind of put it in that kind of sense. I mean, there's sort of like boundaries being pushed. So yeah, it's been pretty fucking crazy. I mean, people are dying left and right and people are getting maced and shit. So it's sort of like it's a hot spot right now out there in Minnesota. So
Yeah, and does anyone know, UJ, obviously, since I feel like you would know better, do you know why they're particularly in Minnesota? Like, as much, I know obviously they're probably around the United States, but they're only
Yeah.
talking about Minnesota. Like, why is that?
I don't know. I honestly don't know why we were targeted. It could be a response to just how Minnesota has kind of responded to Trump more publicly. Him and his administration could have been like, "All right, well, we're going to send the heat to you." Both the mayor of Minneapolis and our governor have been pretty direct and disrespectful to Trump and his administration. So, and then I think the timing was just good. We got all this fraud, and we're just open. We're just open. So they're here. They are doing their job. My thoughts on it. I've seen ICE very active. They literally ran through my yard. They're
They
active.
did, guys. They did, guys. He has fucking ring-proof evidence.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they it also stopped the production of townhomes behind me because I ain't seen a worker over there in 2 weeks. So they're definitely not doing nothing. But ultimately, I think what's happening is a cluster of what we should not be doing. The protesters have gone over the line. They have a battery put in their back. They're very amped up and they're very anti-establishment. And the media has been very supportive in pushing this the local media, this anti-establishment perspective, where they're very anti-ICE and they're very anti-Trump as far as most of our local media. So we've revved up a lot of people, and the current thought process around ICE being here is that they are terrorizing our city or our state, really. Now they are doing their job though. They've arrested, I think the last number I seen was about 10,000 people or something like that. They're out here arresting a lot. Yeah.
Just alone in Minnesota?
Yeah. Well, yes. I think it was. Yeah. So it's a
That is
lot. So I mean, and they are active. I mean, I know people who've been directly impacted and had people deported. Several people. I know several people who've had that situation. So they're active. So the protesters are going over the line, and let's be honest, these ICE agents aren't trained to deal with this urban upheaval and this uprest. So they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, what they've trained to do, and that's led to a lot of lethal force. And now the National Guard has been deployed. It's all bad.
Yeah, I honestly would say that I don't have too many opinions just because I'm not like the most up to date with the information about it. But it's just sad, I get to see people dying, regardless if they're innocent or not. You know, I don't know the 3 people who died or what they did, what the reason was or anything, but it's still sad to see people die and for people to get detained unlawfully. But I think that, you know, is it going to continue? Probably. We're probably going to see a lot more of it. But I don't know. It's like, what can we do about it just as regular people? Like the people we have online in our community. Like there's nothing we could really do about it besides talk about it, maybe give our opinion and our voice online. But the people that's really going to change something are, you know, the people in power positions, fucking mayors, politicians, fucking, I don't know, police officers, anything. So I would think that would be the first step for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think it's gonna slow. It's not gonna slow down, and I think it's gonna spread to different states here at some point. It might not look the same or have the same kind of aggressive approach, but they're definitely gonna keep this rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they were announcing that they were going to Minnesota and everything that was going on, I'm like, damn, and not here? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're like close as you can get to the fucking border. But we're
Right.
not dealing with anything as half as intense. They did make their way into Tucson, and I do know that there's some out here west in Mesa, which is a heavily Hispanic, Latino, Mexican community out here in Mesa. So it's a hot spot right there if they're going into that area. So I'm guessing, huh?
I said, aw. I'm just like thinking about like the whole situation. Did you guys see that fucking I think he was like a 5 or 7-year-old kid that they detained to use as bait for other people or whatever. When I seen that, that made me extra fucking sad because it's like kids already have to go through enough in this world that we live in today, and to add these extra things on with taking kids hostage, whether you want to say that's what it is or not, and using them as bait is just like wild to me. It's just like, and morally, I don't know, it just disgusts me. And when I seen that, I wanted to fucking cry for that kid, because I'm like, just imagine, yes, kids don't understand as much as you are as an adult, but they're still human beings. They still understand, you know, what they're going through, semi understanding their feelings, you know, being somewhat aware of their surroundings, and you're traumatizing a kid for life because of that. And they just don't give a fuck. Like, they don't care. They're trying to get the immigrants, the illegals out of the country, or whatever you're trying to do. It's sad. Sad day for sure.
Yeah, I
Sad
guess in
time.
that sense, kids and elderly and folks who are, unable to, I guess, handicapped folks, definitely in those senses, you should really go about it in a different way, as
Absolutely.
far as detainment and stuff, because, yeah, of course, kids are going to be the top priority to make sure that they're taken care of if they don't have their parents. So I think in
Exactly.
those the most vulnerable um, communities out there that deal with a lot of that, and there's a lot in Mesa where this small town is, and there's a lot. Um, they call it like Little Mexico, and in this area, so it's like mostly elderlies, grandmas who are taking care of like 16 kids in one household. They're all speaking Spanish. Like, yeah, that place is gonna be probably the hotspot for the next upcoming month or so. Once they
Right.
start to get out there and do what they're doing. It's sad.
Well, I just pray over all the people that fucking ICE has their eyes on or their targets on, because everyone deserves to have a good life and to have their freedom, especially if, you know, you're trying to live the right way and you're just trying to move through life like a regular person. So I pray that for them, and I hope the best. But other than that, yeah, the ICE shit, it's crazy, and I don't know. People definitely should just be looking out for your community. Don't let anybody be fucking getting killed out here. Like, mm,
You think it'll last till election?
mm,
Depends on how it spreads. That's what I think.
Mhm.
But I think this protesting that we have currently in Minnesota is going to go on at least for another 2 weeks. They are really ready to go here.
yeah, I was gonna say I think it's definitely gonna last for at least another like month or two, three, maybe. But I don't think it's going to be a temporary or even semi-temporary thing. Like, I think it'll be 6 months max, just because I think that somebody or a group, whatever, will eventually come out, and there will be a big enough just cause to stop what they're doing. So
Yeah.
yeah, he says, I don't want this stream to end. I need Lowe's voice to play tonight while I sleep. And EAE, I appreciate you, but just put the fucking stream on loop, whatever, and you can hear my voice all night.
Replay that moaning sound she made earlier. Whatever the fuck that was.
Go ahead. Yes.
No, stop. So like, so many sounds came to mind that I could have said, but I don't want to do them on my stream or on the internet, because then it's gonna be here
Why not?
forever.
Do your favorite one.
No, no, not at all. That would be absolutely terrible. And also, like, I don't have to end the stream right the second I did charge my shit, but at the same time, it's been almost 3 hours, and I kind of want to cut it off, because, you know, usually after the 3 hour mark, shit likes to get crazy. So maybe I should just listen to my intuition.
You sound like you heard that from somebody before.
You, Universal.
That sounded real familiar.
Son,
Hmm.
it definitely did, and it's true. How about that?
Oh, I guess
Hmm.
before the 3 hour mark, I did my last stream last week, and I don't know if you were there, but Stanley was on stream, and Stanley's been coming around here and there, and then yeah, it was an interesting stream, that last stream, and it's pretty funny. He got into it with got a little tussle with Mr. Jones and Gary in here, and it
Hmm.
was pretty funny. But yeah, that was like an update.
Well,
It was
maybe if I stream soon again, we can cover that or something, or I might just go back and rewatch it. I don't really know, but I do plan on actually streaming. I'm not gonna say necessarily this week, but maybe this Sunday. I know that's obviously a
That'll be
couple days.
this week. or do you
I
restart?
mean,
Do
me
you restart
personally,
your week?
I consider like the week Monday through Friday, and then Friday to Sunday is the weekend. You know, like.
Right, but wait, what? Are you about to get eaten alive for that one? It's okay.
Stop! I don't care because that's just how I
No.
view it. Like, if somebody
I
says,
know, that's how everybody views it.
if somebody says this week, I'm only thinking Monday through Friday. Like
Don't
if
argue
somebody
this
says,
point.
"Oh, something's gonna happen this week," or "This happens this week," I'm only thinking Monday through Friday. But if they say the weekend, I'm thinking of the weekend. Duh. What?
Okay.
Anyways, guys, any last words before my laptop dies on you guys and it's gonna be like that one stream? Napstar?
Get me out of here. Get me
no, just good stream.
You.
We definitely have to dive more into some shows. I think that was a good CT bit with talking about Stranger Things.
Definitely.
I haven't heard that theory either. Well, kind of, but not really. But yeah, that'd be kind of a cool little segment of different theories of shows.
Yeah.
Especially since if you watch like your nerd shows like Steven Universe and all that. But
I just got done rewatching the whole series fucking 2 days ago. Stop. In love with it. For I would say the 17th time, probably like being realistically 17th, literally.
okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. But but yeah. All right then. Well, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hold on. Before you leave,
Oh wait.
have you pieced it up with Vanta and Abuela? Like, what are you guys beefing
Oh
still?
my fucking yeah. We're good. We're good.
You got to be
we're-
quick with this, Napstar, because my shit.
Oh, she's gone. Go ahead, finish up Napstar. I'll close up the show.
Yeah, we're good. We just had a
Yeah, just
little.
keep me on screen just in case my shit dies. You know, go ahead and keep talking though.
Jesus, you're glitching. Anyways, we're good. We just had a miscommunication, and it got unraveled. It got nasty. It got tangled up into a stream, and now yeah, we're good. Me, Vanta, and his friend Arwella was good. We had a good conversation. Garion was there. We ended up talking about JP and his balloon stream, so it was good. We ended on a good note.
Good. All right. Good. Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll talk to you later.
Well, shout
right.
out to you, Napstar. I hope you have a good night and thanks for coming up and talking.
Yep. All right. Later.
Bye. UJ, salute to you. Thanks so much for coming up. You know, I always appreciate you. And actually, guys, just to give UJ his flowers, his claps, he was the reason that I even streamed in the first place. Because if he would have said no, he didn't want to stream with me, I wouldn't have streamed. So salute to you, UJ. I appreciate you for always motivating me. And yeah.
Yeah, I care about you too. Wow. You got to stream without me now.
No.
Oh God.
I mean, no, when you left though, I did kind of good. Like usually I don't be just having the panel to myself to host the shit anymore just because it makes me nervous. But I did it.
Well, yeah, you know, your boy CT was up here. It all worked out.
Facts. But any last words to you, UJ? Salute to you, Garion.
No, but salute to Shorty, salute to Garion. EAE, keep being amazing. Anxiety, mental health, wheelchair, whatever people say about you, you know, most of it's probably true. But hey, still love you, man. Keep doing what you do. You are important in this community. We appreciate you and everybody cares. I'm pretty sure Lo's computer died. You there, Lo? She is not. So we're going to close it out, folks. Everybody take care of yourself. Stay blessed.
Grab your game and light the glow. Feasting on life with a funky flow. Faith and vibes, we're keeping it real. Exploring the highs that people that steal. Riding high with low. God with us more than you know. Food, faith, games, it's all in the show. Come on and vibe with riding high with low. From sunsets bright to starry skies, life's a journey, let's see where it lies. Tasting the world with faith in our eyes, sparking connection at a super high. Riding high with low. Smoking dreams and letting them grow. Food, faith, games, it's all in the show. Come on and vibe with riding high with low. So hit that cloud, let's take the ride. Together with low, we'll touch the sky. Laugh, reflect, and let